We got everybody in here. What's up, Mike, Victor, Soul Slade, Al, Bama Country Boy, Kai, WCGLE 1963, John Green, Justin. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. We got Jimmy, got Ben, got Josh, Farm Used, White Lightning, FJC in the house. What's up, everybody? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Got Rudy in the house, FSC in the house, OTR Bandit in the house, Eric in the house, K in the house, Big Weed Man 420 in the house. Let's see. Minyard in the house, Kevin, Damien. What's up, Damien? Tim, Scott. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Got Bay Runner, Illinois, Matt. Johnny, what's up? Mitch, what's up? Zay, what's up? Glenn, Kyle. Watching from Rockingham, North Carolina. Okay. Big Paul, what's up? Hey, Steve, check your actually I don't know which one. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, y'all. How do I like Bonnie? Bonnie's growing on me. Itchy, what's up? I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry I was doing something. Hello from Northern Michigan. Simpsonville. Oh, that's out there where Just Trucking's at. Yeah, Bonnie's treating me pretty good. Raymond, what's up? David, what's up? Ready for the next adventure? He sure does. Hello, sir.
What's going on? So
Looks
I got
like
some
you're
random. I got to mute this one here. Yeah, I just got this random text. I'm like, yeah, I was trying to edit some video, and I'm like, all right,
Oh, nice.
that's what the delay was. I was like, Jen, can you go get me a shirt? I didn't know I was going live. So I'm in my office doing some editing. I just got back from the shop a little bit ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I've got it on the computer. So I got the phone propped against the monitor so I can watch the chat and
Gotcha.
film at the same time. So that works out pretty cool.
Which video is this? Any sneak peeks?
Oh, that's the brake job right before G-Bats that, while putting exhaust on Black Dog, I'm like, ooh, look, I'm underneath my truck looking at stuff. I'm like, ooh, wheel seal, oil all over my brakes. That's not good. So out of nowhere was a whole brake job on the front because I'm like, well, if the brakes got to be cleaned, I may as well replace them. They were like, nah, they were right there.
Right.
So that's kind of how it played out. Yeah. So, yeah, you're, I imagine you're close to the yard then.
Oh, I'm at
if
the
not
yard.
already there. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
at
here.
the yard.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I talked to
Cool.
Tim earlier today,
Okay.
and he's got a plan.
Does
Oh
he
man.
now?
Oh my gosh, man.
Yep.
Like the plans changed like 3 times in like 20 minutes. And then they
That's
got Tim on the
true.
phone. Yeah. Yeah.
That's trucking though, especially with this
Yeah.
big stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And then I was here with Finest, talking to Finest and Dewey. And
Yep.
we came up with a plan. Okay, let's do it. And then somehow Finance ended up with Timmy on FaceTime, and Tim was like,
Yep.
"Oh, you're there." I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And, oh, well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm like, oh God, you know, all right, yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
So
Well, he hasn't. I haven't talked to him for oh when when he's on his way to Ohio. No, last I talked to him was actually a couple days ago. He was in Ohio getting loaded.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, with that load that he's been on all over social media with that big stretch deal he had. But yeah, that's
gotcha.
like I
Okay.
talked to him personally.
Yeah, I talked
So
to him earlier. He was getting on the plane.
yeah, yeah, that's right. 'Cause I texted him something. That little thing that me and you've been talking about. Of course, I talked to him, and I found some stuff, and I sent him a link, and he sent me. He goes, "Yeah, I'm on an airplane. I can't open it yet." I'm like, "Yeah, all right."
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that was, and then I got busy all day today. So
Gotcha. And
yep.
I did talk to that guy earlier that I was texting back and forth last night
Uh huh.
about that cab over.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah. So
I
uh
think I found no, that's a different truck. I found a marketplace ad for a day cab one similar, but it
okay.
was a round headlight one, but it was a
Yeah,
day cab.
he's not really selling it.
Uh huh.
It's just he watches the channel and he was like, "Hey, you might be interested in this." And
Right?
he offered me that price, and I was like, "I can't pass that up."
No, no,
You
not for
know,
a running engine is worth twice that. Hey, baby.
exactly.
Thank you. So it's that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not a bad deal
Right.
for sure. You
Right.
can't lose on it. So,
Exactly. Right.
but in the end, it's a 2-to-1 deal. You know, you take the current green truck. Although that's like I said earlier, that the thing with that green cab over is it does not want to die. Like as soon as you turn the key and it fires up, it's just like
Right.
no, like save me. No, I have more life. I want to go more. So
Right.
it's just like, all right, we're trying to figure out the best way to make that happen.
Right. See, which phone is your free phone? Are you not using
The
the business or
personal
the
phone.
personal?
I'm on the
Okay.
business phone now.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Baby, can you give me my other phone?
Man, this guy's got an indoor heated pool and 2 phones, y'all. Get like this man.
I didn't have a
Get like
choice.
him.
Well, the phones thing, I didn't have a choice. I needed to be able to have a phone for like my kids or Jen to call me because once I start giving out this phone number for the business,
Hmm.
I need to be able to turn the phone off when I go to sleep. Otherwise, this is
Right.
going to not stop bothering me. So I got yet another
Right.
one
Right.
for my close personal friends and family.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I'm unavailable to be gotten.
Josh says Steve is the new Kevin Gates.
Don't make me start singing now. Oh, this is the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. It looked all, and the thing you sent me, it looked all white. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is like gray and black.
Mm.
Is this still an FLT?
I guess so.
I don't know where the
Actually,
difference. Yep.
you see the headlights are different.
Yeah, yep.
Actually, so he sent me a picture of the tag too, so the tag is coming your way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know when I'm not a big like I don't have a lot of knowledge as far as the Freightliner cabovers.
Hmm.
So I don't know the FLT from the FLA. I mean,
Right.
yeah, FLA. I think.
Yeah, FLA and FLT.
Yeah, because yours is an FLT.
Right, because the FLC is like a
That's
miniature
the
classic.
FLC. Correct. FLC was the conventional. They only made one.
Right. Let me see. You got some questions in the comments there.
Oh, so I was all looking at the pictures he sent me of this Cabover truck. Question for you: I'm not delivering next week in person. Look in there. I'm delivering to next week. Your person asked about getting there because you've been a lot. All right, Scott Langagger, I guess it's called. Hey, Steve, I got a question for you. It's a place I'm delivering to next week. Your person asked about getting there because you've been there a lot with Widmeyer. You'd have to tell me where it is you're going to there. So I'll be keeping an eyeball for the place he's going to. So, yeah, the only problem with, like we discussed, the only problem with that truck is you're not going to like the Oshkosh. Where are you going? Oshkosh truck?
Let me see.
Well, he just said Oshkosh. I don't know where he's going. But that's a whole nother shifter too. That's got that cable. I'm looking at the interior picture. Mm-hmm. That's got that cable-driven shifter.
And look, no tears in the doghouse.
No.
Actually, I'll show you all a sneak peek. So this is the interior of a truck I'm looking at getting here. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm not going to show y'all the outside, but here's the inside of it. Oh, my uncle has a big bunk Pete he might want to sell.
Okay, so you answered that question for you, that engine, looking at that tag. It's 8V92 TA, 330 horsepower, 2,100 RPM. The truck is it's built, the build date of 7/84.
Yeah, 370 gear ratio.
Yep. He says he's going to Oshkosh in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So I guess he's talking about Oshkosh truck. The way we used to do it is you had to call their you make an appointment with them and you call. I haven't picked up from Oshkosh truck in a long time. But the way we used to do it is you'd make an appointment with them and you'd call when you get there, and then they would either that or they'd call you when it's time to roll in. But I haven't loaded a military truck out of there in many years. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever been in there with Orwell. That's how long it's been since I've done military side of Oshkosh.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Y'all are here hanging out here. I'll show y'all. This is what we're looking at.
We wish I had a better picture of this tag.
Yeah.
208-inch wheelbase, 370 again if it's factory.
I don't think it's factory. Can you see that stretch? It's got a stretch on the on this picture here. You can tell it's stretched out.
That's not stretched for a Cabover.
Really?
No, I don't think so. Orwell, I think, was 180 factory.
Oh, okay.
So this claims according to this tag, is 208 inches.
Because he said he's cutting his other truck. So if we want the rear end off of that one, it's on springs. We could have that. So he's got a bunch of parts. He said he's taking off his other one, and he's like, if y'all want it, you can take it.
Dude, let me tell you something, okay? The suspension that I want, that I sent to Timmy because I don't have the I need it, but I don't need it right now. Let's just say. Where I got those fifth wheels from, there's a new way sitting down there. At least there was. There was a new way with a set of dips sitting down there. I have no idea what it got cut off of. But if you're thinking about like a heavy unit, that would be a way to go.
Right.
But it had 390s in it at the time.
Right. Because with this truck here, it would just be a YouTube truck.
Well,
with
yeah.
that engine. But
Well, again, you said it was a 6V71.
yeah,
6V92 is a whole nother engine.
gotcha.
So that's
Yo, yeah.
330 horsepower. It's not anything of any excuse me. It's not anything of substantial size. But
Hmm.
it would go down a road. I wouldn't necessarily want to haul anything real heavy with it, but
Right.
I mean, Orwell's been tickling 100,000 pounds gross with a 400. So
Hmm.
it's not like it can't be done. You just wind them out.
Right.
I mean, those two strokes, I mean, you'll go deaf sitting in that damn thing, but they
Right.
love RPM.
Yeah.
But for legal loads, I wouldn't not. I would love to drive a truck like that on with a legal load.
Right.
Like them boats that they do down there.
Hmm. Oh
I
yeah.
would do that all. I would do that all day, every day with a truck like that, as is.
Right. Yeah, because he's
As
right
is.
there. He said right there at the border of Illinois and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He said he's right there at the border is where he lives.
Hmm. You can't beat that
Um,
price. I mean, like I said, that engine running is worth more than that. So
right.
basically, you
Yeah.
got to. There was a YouTuber back in the day. He was out of. It looked like a used car place. It was out of the St. Louis area. It was advertised like, look, we're selling engines and transmissions. Okay, in reality, it was a used car place. But the only thing he
Hmm.
guaranteed was that the transmission would move and the engine ran. Other than that, it's your problem. It was the funniest guy ever on YouTube for a car lot. Dude didn't even have. It was like he didn't even have power. Like he ran his office off a generator. It was funny as hell. But
Really?
basically, what he was saying was, I'm selling you an engine transmission. A car comes for free.
Hmm.
For that
Gotcha.
price,
Okay.
that's the engine if it runs.
Yeah, because
You
looking at
follow what
it,
I'm saying? The rest of the truck
yeah,
at that point is a free carrying case.
right. Because you look at the rear end back there, it's like, I don't know, is it worth putting it back together?
What, the rear?
'Cause- Yeah, I'm trying to see what's all missing back there. Because he said he sold the drives. Somebody came out and picked those up,
Yeah.
but he said the drive just got to be replaced.
The problem, I have yet to look into it, but like the problem's going to be with even Euphoria, and Elaine's going to have the same thing. Elaine and Euphoria have the exact same rear suspension. If those components are unobtainium, then we both have the same problem. But I don't think they're unobtainium. I have this un un let's say unqualified, but unscientific feeling that parts are available for these things.
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
not that old.
Right.
I mean, Orwell's air leaf suspension, everything is still available for that.
Hmm. But the other
So
option is that he's cutting the other trucks. He said we can just have that whole rear end
yeah, but what's the suspension on another truck?
leaf spring.
Oh, you don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you don't want that. Especially if you ever mess with mechanical RGN ever, first of all, it's a cab over. They're already rough enough.
Right.
Okay. Number one.
Right.
Number two, if you ever messing with mechanical RGN, life
Right.
gets stupid easy when you have
Right.
air ride.
Right. Yeah.
So, but that's kind of but I mean, hell, look at me. I put a Peterbilt old style air leaf behind we custom made Lazarus suspension, the
Hmm.
Ford cab over.
Hmm.
That frame was cut with a Peterbilt rear and a Ford front. The Peterbilt rear we scabbed off the old 350 too, because
Hmm.
I wanted the Daytons.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm. So I
Mm.
mean, anything can be done.
Right.
The problem, and again, uh, I found out with Orwell that when you're taking a frame that's literally 40 years old, even if it looks good, when you start unbolting stuff from the frame and start taking a needle scaler to the pitting in that frame, you start finding little nasty surprises. But Orwell was originally a 1/4-inch frame, which was unbelievably thin for a 3-axle tractor.
Gotcha.
But Orwell was patched before it was broke. In other words, I think what happened with Orwell was one of the Keen trucks that were specced out with a 1/4-inch frame broke or cracked. And then they patched all of them to strengthen them. So what I've been calling a frame bridge was installed between the drive axles in the frame, making Orwell's frame in the center 1/2 inch thick, but only between the two drives.
Gotcha.
So that's what I think. That's what I think happened there. Personally, 1/4 inch is way too thin unless you're a single axle truck. But I do like I prefer the idea of a frame replacement, if can be done. That way it's not because at least up here we deal with so much snow and salt and grime.
Right.
When you put two frame rails together, and I'm not going to get into the argument of angle cut, flat cut, Z cut, diamond, all this fancy crap, you always have to put a double frame piece in there, what I effectively call a fish plate or a liner, right? That liner will rust jack away from the original frame. You got about 10 years. So if you put two frames together, regardless of how you weld it, if you run up here, you got about 10 years life out of this truck. After that, you're going to be replacing it anyway. So I prefer the whole entire frame replacement if possible.
Right.
But look, you see what it is. If it's thick, the truck sitting here in Wisconsin doesn't mean it was always driven here.
Right.
There is that.
Yeah, because when he got it, he drove it there. He said it drove fine. He just kind of took it apart a little bit.
Right.
But I mean, we got that when he got it situated, and Euphoria. I would have like 4 Freightliners, and that would be just one truck a week. Go out there, drop off a load of boats, come back and grab another one.
That truck is suffering from the paint peel, and I have yet to really dig deep into that frame. I'm not really sure what all's going on there. I do think that somebody did something to it, but I'm not really sure if it's a cutoff on it or what's the deal with that yet. But it's nothing a needle scaler won't solve. It was just one of those things. It's like, all right, it'll do what we needed it to do at the time. Lord knows. Listen, that's the problem with me, right? And you're going to find this out the same way. As soon as I come up with a battle plan, this is what we're going to do. We just drastically take life, put it in a bucket, and shake it up real good, and then let it out and see what comes out.
Yep.
Actually, the plan that we now have is nothing. It doesn't even resemble the plan that we had.
Right.
So what we thought Euphoria was going to do, all of a sudden now it's like, oh, wait a minute. Now this thing actually could go down the road hauling freight.
Right.
Oh, so now it's more than just make it look good and take it to G-Bats. Now it's like, now it's a whole nother ball of wax.
Yeah. So y'all, Steve has been trying to talk me into putting a 4th axle on Euphoria.
It's certainly in the. I mean, I think. Well, I'm looking at it actually. Well, let's see here. Think on this for a minute. You got a 12.7 in the FLD, and you got a 14-liter in the Classic. Just on that alone, I would seriously consider. Doing one of those two more than Euphoria with the 4th axle. But you would have to do framework to either one.
Well,
but Euphoria probably would benefit from a new frame anyway.
Right. And then also, I've been talking to your buddy about that other deal we talked about too. To where a 4th axle would just drop right onto that truck.
The other thing you're thinking of. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he and I are going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah.
Is there room on that?
Just shorten the tanks, and it's right there.
Mm.
Yep, just shorten the tanks. We
The
talked about that
problem,
earlier.
the problem that you have, and I learned this watching. I learned this watching Crystal and some of her other the drivers that work with her.
Mm.
One job site we went to. I mean, I made the joke to everybody, like, "Don't worry, it'd be nice and easy to get up there for you." I graded it with the belly of my trailer. We're fine because it's a rough job site in the hills.
Mm.
And Crystal be the first to tell you that blue limo that she's got, that big long blue truck,
Mm-hmm.
that can be a problem on certain job sites because it's just way too long. So 4-axle cabovers, as crazy as that sounds, may actually be a little bit easier, just in the fact that you're not like even Rooster. Rooster is, I think Crystal's truck is longer than Rooster by like an inch or two tops. And Rooster is very long right now, so it's like,
yeah, I saw Rooster in the shop earlier. I was like, oh, it is huge in the shop.
Yes.
Huge
Now take
in the
that
shop.
into the woods.
Yeah.
See what I mean? That gets difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see
Yeah.
Kenny Spry over here saying you don't want to make the tank smaller. Sometimes it's hard to find fuel. Well, there is that. Also, fuel economy. When you're pulling one of those big, heavy loads, you're down into the 3. I mean, especially out in the West when you're dealing with the mountains, you're solid 3 mile a gallon. Like you're not, it was like, oh, I'm getting 8 mile a gallon. Well, that's good. Doing 55 mile an hour with an empty flatbed. Great.
Right.
Okay. You go down a road, 178,000 pound gross. I got news for you. If you get 3 mile a gallon, kiss the tailpipe. You're doing
Right.
good.
Right. Josh said there's a 4-axle Argosy owner operator at Valley with a C16 runs a 4-axle beam. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. I remember Timmy was looking at an Argosy. It would wind up being a pile of dog crap, but he was talking about using one of his Argosies to do 4-axle work also, because those, if I remember right, he has 2 of them. One that got wrecked and the other one that's usable. Yeah, the one still usable, the other that got wrecked. But they both got big cats in them. Factory, and there's room. If you put the fifth wheel back, there's room because they're Stinger trucks now.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So he's definitely got. He definitely has trucks. He literally just put an axle on it and go to work.
That's what he wants to do with that other truck I was telling you about. The shorten tank, throw the axle, and keep it. That's what he was going to do originally.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him earlier, and when I see him tomorrow, we'll talk more about it. But that truck is growing on me. At first, I didn't like it, but it's starting to grow on me a little bit.
Right. Well, no, they're all interesting. All of his trucks are interesting. They all have their own characteristics to them, and all have their own
personalities.
attitudes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. They really do. The funniest one of all is, and Finest will tell you the same thing. The money making his truck in that fleet was Crackhead. That's that brown, ugly, but ugly International.
Yeah.
They call that Crackhead.
Oh man.
What is the money making his truck they have?
Yeah. That one, and it was what was it? That the Columbia was a good running truck. What was 2 Columbias? Wasn't it a red one and a white one?
The red one he bought up here. That's an old. That's why he bought it. That's a factory glider.
Okay, yeah, it's sitting right here next to me. Matter of fact,
It was a rail truck. It was a rail. How's it spelled? REIHL. They're based out of Wisconsin. But they sold it, and Fox Valley Tech in Appleton bought it, and they ran it for training students with it, and then they auctioned it off. And that was a good long time ago. And he picked it up at auction, flew up here. I picked him up at the hotel. brought him to it. He brought it up to my shop, went over it real quick, and then we forgot to take the speed governor out of it. So he went right back to the college to have him put a computer on it and drove bobtail back to Tennessee.
Wow.
Because he was like, I am not dealing with this 65 mile an hour nonsense all the way to Sweetwater. That ain't happening. But yeah, that was but again, that's a 12.7. And you know him, he loves those 12.7 Detroits. He's been on me for years about converting stuff over to that. So
yeah,
and,
they're reliable and they're simple to fix and they're affordable.
They are not the biggest powerhouse out there. They're not Rooster. They're not, like my 7CZ. But for what, funny thing, I never actually, I know there are people like, oh, you don't know what you're doing, FSC. I never actually checked the fuel mileage on Black Dog. But the distance I can get out of a tank of fuel compared to Orwell is much larger. Black Dog can go without worrying. You can go 1,300 miles on fuel and still not worry. Well, I should say at that point you got to worry because the tanks don't level off at the same time. So you could run out of fuel and still have fuel. That became a controversy with me apparently. But you can go 1,300 on them tanks without an issue. Or Orwell ain't doing 13 on it. You got to be empty to do it, I should say. However, if I wanted to, I could from the airport runs, considering I was coming back empty and going out loaded. But I could average that out if I have the paperwork here in the office. So I wanted to, I could average the whole thing out, considering I'm overweight running one direction with 2 to 3 loads and coming back empty.
Right.
I could come up with the average fuel economy on that if I actually cared to. Josh, the truck adventure says, now you just need a 13 in Black Dog. No, we're going to go with it. If we are going to change transmissions, we're going to go with 18 speed. Everybody's getting 18 speeds. The reason for that is if I owned a Jeep, meaning a, not literally like a Jeep, like a Rubicon, a Jeep is some guys, most of us know this, but some guys don't. A Jeep is like a small trailer that has a fifth wheel on it. So you're pulling a little trailer that pulls the bigger trailer. That way it's kind of like adding drive. So now the trailer's putting weight on your drive axles and the Jeep's 4 axles. So now you have, more axles onto you. That's a way to get a lighter truck to be able to haul the weight. However, it's a pain in the ass to get into sites and so on, because now you have to, if you're backing into somewhere that's a lot of curves and whatnot, have to get rid of the Jeep, hook your trailer direct to your tractor factor, straight, severely overloading it, and then back it into some crazy ass job site. Or
see, but that's content. You got to do it. That's content.
Yeah, well, I know guys that do it.
Yeah.
But that's. So if I change out transmissions, Black Dog's going to get an 18 because it could start doing bigger stuff with a Jeep. But everybody that does this regular, straight up told me, not just Crystal, but a few other people told me, if you have the option, 4-axle truck is better than a 3-axle truck in a Jeep. It's just easier. But if that's your only way you can. So for me, it's a matter of, I can only afford to do so much at one time. I'm still pushing to get Orwell done, but sadly Orwell is a massive job, and my trailer and Black Dog sometimes get a little needy, and I'm one guy anymore. So, but
we'll see like it's time to put the heated pool on Marketplace.
No, it's time to just earn more money, brother. That's all it comes down to. So, but no, I'm gonna wait. Probably, I did have a couple people. I actually had I got to email them back. Actually, I had a dude email me yesterday, because I'm not actually, as far as putting drivers in trucks, I'm actually, my mindset is I either want somebody that absolutely knows what they're doing, or I want somebody pretty young that hasn't learned bad habits. that I could train to do the job the way I want it done.
Right.
And I do think that, everyone talks trash about quote unquote millennials, right? But I do think even the younger, I don't know what this younger than millennial is. I can't keep track with all this stuff. But I do think that they're starting to become a little bit more hungry and they're more eager to work. Because we meet them at the truck shows. They're dying to bust their ass and grind hard and make good money. So, when they think about, quote unquote, the lazy millennial, there's a lot of lazy kids out there. I call them kids. I'm 48 years old. Okay. So sorry, to 20s, you're not you're not a kid, but to an older guy you are. But
it's usually the ones that grew up in trucking, though.
Or
the ones that have
around
the
it.
hunger. Right.
Hey, look,
right.
I didn't grow up around. That's a thing too. It's not necessarily true. I didn't grow up around trucking. I had a distant cousin. My mother's cousin's husband had a Peterbilt, and the son of a gun wouldn't take me for a ride in it. Would you believe that crap? I didn't ride in a Peterbilt till I owned one. Dead serious.
Wow.
But, well, I guess I test drove it first, but you get what I'm saying. My yellow one was the first one. But you find somebody that really has a love for trucking or just is hungry and wants to learn a good trade and is willing to actually put in the work. I think the younger generation can do it. I honestly believe that. It's problem. I get it. Insurance is a little difficult, on and on and on, but and train them to do it. That's what I think, one or the other.
Robert, not right now.
Well.
Not right now. Now I'm reading a comment. Not right now, Robert. I'm on a tight budget right now. The only reason I'm looking at this Freightliner Cabover because I can't pass up the price on it. I cannot pass up the price on it.
Yep.
But
yeah, no, that truck is for what he's asking for.
Yeah. It's not for sale. He just reached out to me like, hey. And so I told him when it warms up a little bit, we can probably see about jumping out there to get it. And he's like, well, it'll be here. It's not in a way, so whenever you're ready.
Well, here, right there, exactly the guy I was talking about right there, Mr. Ben Trucks. I'm the first generation truck driver. Started at 19 years old in 2001. 25 years of trucking next year. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some guys, like I grew up loving trucks. I thought they were cool. Going up and down, my mother used to have to take me into Manhattan all the time because the alopecia, which is why I have no hair. My mother was taking me in and out of Manhattan to find a doctor to try to put hair on my head when I was literally like 10 years old. And we would drive up and down the Jersey Turnpike, and I would ask my mom, I said, go into the truck lane. And I would think it was so cool. I'm like 10 years old. I'm riding my mom's Datsun B210. And like the tires on these trucks are like as tall as the car is. And I'm just like going down the road in this little tiny Datsun, looking out the window, and these big, huge tires. Like, get a picture like this. I'm 10 years old. These tires are like this big sitting in the car, And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like just watching these trucks go down the road. And then if we went like on a longer road trip with my dad, we would go to Ohio every now and again to see cousins on my dad's side of the family. And I would see how like trucks would pass each other, and the old school, they would dim their headlights, and then the one that did the passing would flicker their interrupts on their trailer lights and move over. I thought that was like so awesome but that's how it was done when I was a kid. And nowadays you pass somebody, you like gotta like pray they don't throw the massive high beams on you. It's like
right.
Yeah. So it's like those days are dead. The guys that can actually dim their headlights, unless you have an older truck like us. But man, but growing up around, I thought it was cool. And other than my mom's cousin's husband, I didn't grow up around it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was awesome. So I wanted to be part of that. I mean, what's cooler than a big, long hood black Peterbilt? Well, my mom's cousin had one. And I thought that was cool, and I always wanted one.
Mm.
And then
Wow.
I finally have the black, the black Peterbilt Black Dog. My
Right.
first one was the yellow one I always talk about.
Right.
They talk about that Datsun
Oh, wow.
that
Let me
Datsun
see.
210. Yeah, 2-door, 4-cylinder. I think it was a 1.9 liter engine, 4-speed. Mom's had a 2-door. It was 1979. It was blue,
See,
and I
I
learned how
thought
to
you looked
drive.
familiar. I met you when you used to deliver cars in your Dodge
And
Ram. I worked for a dealership you delivered for used. Really? What?
oh,
What
look at that!
dealership? Which dealership? See, y'all be thinking I be on here lying. Wow, that was when I first got into trucking. I had
Mm.
a 35 plus 5 gooseneck and a Ram 3500.
Ah,
Which dealership? Wow.
Honda of
Honda.
Slidell. Hey, babe.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Was it hot? It wasn't Slidell. Was it Honda Slidell? Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It's amazing how that works.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, small world.
Yeah, ain't that something?
I'm the one that checked the cars you had. Gotcha. Okay. See, at least somebody can confirm it. Yep, that's how I started. And I actually have that Ram in my intro on some of the
I've
intros.
seen that. I've seen that.
But
Yeah.
humble beginnings, man. And then looking back how I ran, just all the mistakes. Like I tell people the one thing I spent the most money on was inaccurate equipment or repairs.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I need this trailer to go do this, blah, blah, blah. You go buy that trailer, come to find out it's not what you needed.
Yep.
Or it limits you, you know.
JF Trucker asked, Jersey cars can't pump gas, correct? No, last time, as far as I know, New Jersey's still full service. It's been a while since I've been out there, but it's been that way forever. Like you go to Jersey in your car and you pull up to the gas station, they have to pump your gas. It's quite annoying.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate that, Boo Boo Love. Thank you, thank you. I'm looking at a Cabover right now. You know, that's like it's an illness to be on Marketplace.
Facts.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does that
absolute
stupid
fact.
thing to where it's like, hey, look at this. It's like, man, no.
Yeah, they know what you are looking at, and then they give you more of it.
The
Although
other
some
day,
things are if you're looking for something specific, it's hard to find. Like example, if
exactly.
I'm looking for a Jeep, right? It gives you Jeeps, cars.
Right, right.
You got to you got to start naming trailer manufacturers or like Joe Dog. They don't make them no more, but they're still around, right? So look at them like that. Sometimes they're keyed in that way, but it's a hard thing to find in the search bar.
You guys are not helping.
Josh, you're probably right. Steve, I need you to come to Arizona and look at this 379 for me. You realize there's no such, I shouldn't say there's no such thing, but it's really hard to look and leave it where you find it. You know that, right?
He said let me see where to go. There's a Cabover on Marketplace for $4,000 right now. Yeah, I saw it too with the N14. Y'all stop, man. Like, you know how hard it is as YouTubers to see that stuff and just walk by it or scroll right on past and not even.
Oh, good God. Dude,
I mean,
that
'cause
would
some of
make
us,
content just looking for crap, let alone even if you don't
yeah,
buy it.
right. I mean, unless you're somebody like certain people, you make a video off the Cabover, it pays for the Cabover and some.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys, I bought this Cabover. Look at this. Meanwhile, up to the views and everything else, it paid for that Cabover and the travel there and the batteries for it and the tires and the record bill. Like it pays for itself. So anything on top of that is just pure profit. You know, like wouldn't that be
Kentlinger
nice?
just put there's a 4-axle 362 for sale on truck paper.
Mm.
Yup, see. I mean, it's not like they're not out there, but it's just like buying anything used. It's just hard to figure out how you want to play it out and what's it worth. That's the thing. It's like we were talking about that other truck that was over at Widmeyer's yard. And the one guy commenting was like $30K, and I'm like, you're out of your mind. Like, you're way off. That's with a blown motor.
Right.
Neil McIntosh is known as Dolly's over here. Talking about Jeeps.
Mm-hmm.
See, $60K for that cab over, right? You pay that much on an older truck, man, you got to go through that thing with a fine-tooth comb to make sure you're not, I mean, $60K for a 40-year-old truck.
Right.
That starts getting frightening.
Yeah, like my wife's weakness is Amazon. Mine is Marketplace.
Yeah. Well, like I get that. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we'll call them dollies here in New Zealand, he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
James Pretty's he's selling it? I thought about just buying a DTU and putting it on a Euphoria.
I'll tell you what, you could use one. At least one.
Yeah. Yeah, when I see Homeboy tomorrow, I'm gonna ask him about that DTU.
Oh, if he's got one, that would make everybody's life so much easier as far as getting that classic moved.
Right.
For sure. If the FLD is movable, then that'd be a way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sitting right here looking at America, and I'm just like, man, I want to go take the power steering off of it.
That truck's oh my God. Is that the same truck? I don't think that is. That's a square headlight. I don't know if that's FLA or FLP.
Yeah, it's a square headlight.
Yeah. Well, even Brian wasn't opposed to keeping the same gearbox he got, just making a bracket competently. You know what I mean? He looked, I remember, because he looked at your truck, Brian at Four States.
Right.
The boss man himself looked at your power steering. He's like, yeah, that's pretty scary, but I would just rebuild it better.
Right.
Just make it work. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean,
yeah.
I think if anybody would know, it would be him.
Right. And Jeremy, if you're watching, hint, hint. Four State, if y'all are watching, hint, hint.
That's a custom job right there. But yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Hiring. Not to my knowledge, I don't think he's hiring. Like, my situation is a special situation. That was just a random deal.
Yeah, well, the idea is to get your truck up and going and be an owner operator pulling for him, which you'd be the second owner operator he has. He only has the other guy, Steve, Big Belly Bumbles, and you.
Right.
That's it. We don't typically do that.
Yeah, because he was telling me, I seen him up here the other day, and he was like, not only did Tim hire you and you have zero experience, but he's got you coming on as an owner operator too. Mm-hmm. He was like, that's a rare commodity. Don't F it up,
Yeah, but we also know what you're capable of.
Right.
We know you enough.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. It's not really about experience. It's really about, relationship.
Well, it's the overall attitude. Like, straight up, I'm not gonna. There's no need to hide it. He has, when the whole idea came up, he, but I shouldn't say behind your back, but without you around, he called me and says, "Hey, what do you think? Like, what do you think about this? Do you think he'll be good?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, no. Number one, he's rock star solid. Number two, he's got a damn brain on his head, like in his head. He knows what he's doing.
Right.
With a little bit of training, man, be awesome. I mean, he's got the grind, he's got the skill. Put a little bit of knowledge in him. There's no telling where he'll wind up.
Matter of fact, now that I have you here,
what's that?
Now that I have you here, let's nip it in the bud, because everybody keeps saying, You should
Let's
have went
go.
to FSC. You should have went to FSC, ran Black Dog. That way he can work in the shop and get Orwell
I
situated.
wish I wish that was an option. Even Timmy said that. And I'm like, I'm not there yet, okay? Because I
Mhm.
understand your situation, okay? And I wouldn't be able to pace because right now most things I do are on a 30-day pay schedule. So in an
Right.
example, I pull a load. I don't expect to see money on that load for 30 days.
Hmm.
In the meantime, I have to pay the labor for the guy that worked and did hauled that freight for 3 of the 4 weeks, right?
Right.
Out of
Hmm.
pocket, in addition to fuel, insurance, and on it goes, right? And
Hmm.
plus, paying around, keeping things, the basic bills paid. It sounds stupid, but the house has a light bill, the shop has a light bill, the shop's a fortune to heat, on and on it goes, right? And I'm like, I'm not there yet.
Hmm.
And I don't want to say, okay, like literally I could say, okay, fine, you get paid when I get paid. Well, that might work for an owner operator, but that's tough. A
Right.
company driver, absolutely not.
Right.
And that's
Yeah, but
where I'm like,
guys,
I'm not ready yet. So, and
right.
that's why I'm still doing everything myself right now.
Right.
And the other thing most people don't realize, my hand surgery, I did both at the same time. That was not cheap. Then add 2 weeks where I sat in the house and did nothing but eat turkey and drink beer and hang. I played cards with my sons. When I first got done with the surgery, playing cards was hard. That's how bad
Wow.
it is when you first get done. It's everything hurts.
Mm.
Even today in the shop, I had to sling a couple tires. Um, that hurt. Anything pushing on my palm still hurts. I can do it, but I have to muscle through the pain or figure another way around. So there's a lot of things that went on all at one time
Right.
that most people are probably not realizing. It would have been great. I like, and again, I've got emails from people saying, "Hey, I'd love to drive for you," on and on and on. I'm like, I probably will go that route. I'm hoping not in the not so distant future that I can do that. But right
Hmm.
now, that's not possible right now without risking uh, problems and
Right.
creating problems for other people. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, then even with
Um,
that, guys, he was still willing to do it. If Tim wasn't an option, even putting himself in a bad situation like that, he was still willing to do it. Like, hey, well, we'll just figure it out when the time comes. And it's like, well, no, like, no, like, let's.
listen, worst case, we were going to figure out a way to get a damn clutch in that truck, and just get it. Absolute worst case, get a clutch in it and turn you loose with Landstar like you were,
Hmm.
and you
Right.
just hope that you can actually maybe get ahead with there. But even there, I was like, mm, I've I had my experience with them as well, and I just think that any large trucking company, I think they like to keep people desperate because desperate people work like dogs. That's the large trucking company way of doing things. And I think that some people, I said this yesterday on my live, some people do really, really well at Landstar. Most absolutely struggle. Absolutely struggle. And what you were doing, swinging doors on a dry van, that's the easiest
Hmm.
to do, but the cheapest. For a
Right.
company that micromanages, if you fart a smelly one, you get dragged into the office or you get the
Right.
corporate phone call.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
we don't do that corporate trucking nonsense. Just get
Yeah.
your job done, get it done safe, get it done on time if possible. Sometimes customers set you wrong. Sometimes weather don't work, don't do it good. Example, I'm not going to say where I'm picking up or where I'm going, but if it were a legal load from pickup to drop, I could do it in one day. I'm loading Monday, delivering Thursday. Why? Well, because it's heavy and it's wide. It's
Hmm.
called weather. Weather could screw you up. Mother Nature could
Yeah.
really, screw you up. So I'm like, well, worst case, it'll be no problems. and I'll have time to edit video while I'm sitting in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's if I don't need the time. I have things I can do. But you never know. There's always something. I should say lucky, but Black Dog hasn't done anything for 3 weeks. So after well, be honest, 10 o'clock Friday morning, I get a text message from Crystal telling me, ask me, do I want to work? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm hungry. Let's go. She's like, all right, be here and you're going to load this and go there. I'm like, okay. So I told Jen, I'm like, all right, let's go. So I fired up Black Dog, let him air up, warm up a little bit, drove him out of the snowbank here at the house, and took him to the shop. And went to the shop, dropped him off, and then today I went back the trailer, and I actually sound stupid, but after the truck's sitting for 3 weeks and it got really cold really quick, first thing you better check, especially when we're going to be pulling some weight, is air pressures. Wouldn't you know, all 18 tires, including the spare, were low. And one on the trailer, I mean low, like instead of 125 on my trailer, they were at like 105.
Oh, okay.
My drives were 95 rather than 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I had to juice up a little bit. But I found one on the trailer, and you wouldn't even. I found one on the trailer. It had 25 pounds. I'm like, ooh, that's a problem. So I jacked it up, grabbed my squirt bottle, and spun it. Actually, first I spun it without the without the squirt bottle, with soap. You couldn't see it. Usually you could see a nail head or a screw in the tread. I even sprayed the valve stem. I sprayed where the bead meets the rim. Nothing. So there I am, like washing the tread with the squirt bottle, spraying it, and it wasn't a lot of bubbles, but I found it, and there was a small nail in one. I'm like, there we are.
Yeah.
So I had to take. I keep runoffs in my shop. So I put a runoff on it, had 730 seconds on it. The spare that I carry has 730 seconds. So I put a runoff next to the spare, and the two match tires, that's my new spare. And the one with the nail, Jen will take that to Palms to go get it patched while I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds stupid, but like that's the stuff that's important that I'm getting ready to go and do this big, heavy job, heavy for a 5-axle.
Mm-hmm.
But the truck sat for 3 weeks. Something might, at best, I'll have low tires. Worst, I found a flat. So,
right.
I do have to still tomorrow. I got to change the 2 fuel filters on it. If I have the time, I'm going to try to get the chicken lights under the cab working again, because for whatever reason that switch just decided I'm not going to work no more. I'm like, whatever, it's the chicken lights. So I might tinker with that a little bit tomorrow. But other than that, it's like, but that's kind of the point. It's like you got to go through your equipment as you go and on and on. But with Landstar, it's like, they want to inspect that stuff for you, and then the shops that they use to inspect your stuff, they want to find a little nickel and dime crap, so you spend your money there. It's just a road to failure. In my opinion, it's just not.
Thankfully, I found a shop that looked out for me every single time.
Right. Right. Well, that's a good thing. But again, look at what you're doing now. You've already been in the shop.
Yep.
So, like I said, the best thing, if you don't know what you're doing, dude, just be fine. You don't even have to do anything. Just be Finest Gentry's shadow.
Yep, that's what I was doing earlier today. Yep.
The guy oozes knowledge. You just got to listen to him talk, watch him work.
Yep.
He oozes knowledge.
Yep. Yeah, I was following him around earlier today. He was working on the FLD.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I mean, and nothing phases the guy.
Yeah.
So between working at the shop, even if you're working on your own equipment there at that shop or up here with me at mine, either way, you're working on it and you're learning.
Right.
At some point, you start doing it yourself.
And that was the
if
other
you
thing
don't
with
know what you're
Landstar.
doing, you know people to ask.
Right. And that was
you didn't have that at Landstar.
Actually, Life on 18 Wheels, he just popped up. I said it on his podcast on Sunday night, or I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
which week it was, but he was saying something like, because he's with Landstar at Open Deck.
Right.
And I had said, I was kind of giving my plan and kind of what you were saying about learning and everything. He was like, oh, so you done found the cheat code, huh? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. Because with
Dude,
Landstar, to get to 10 wide, it's going to take you 6 months or so to get there. To get to 12, another 6 months. So to get to the big stuff, it can take you 3 to 5 years easily. Whereas over here, Tim was like, what's step deck 2 at Landstar? I was like, 10 wide? That's going to be your first thing, 10 wide. Like, oh, God, man.
I
Yeah.
remember my first, I don't remember I shouldn't say that. I remember when I started doing anything wide, it was kind of same as I was telling you, where it's like you're pulling that 10 wide, but it's low and you can see it. You just have to recognize that it is 53 feet long and the trailer tandems are all the way to the back. So you have to, swing wider than you think. I have it. I said this earlier to Shimon on the phone yesterday. I found it easier when I had that one Hydrosport on that trailer, and I was stretched long. I found it easier to make turns with that than I did when I was empty, because in my mind, I'm like, it's just an empty trailer. And then I'm like, ooh, this sucker is longer than you think. So you got to make that turn extra wide because it is a little longer. But meanwhile, when you got an 18-foot wide boat, you're in wide load mode in your head. Me pulling that trailer empty, my brain just shifts to empty wagon, just go. Not a problem. You forget after a while.
Right.
But that's the best way to start, because right there, you're already 10 wide. You have 100% visibility with your mirrors. It's not like you have this big box behind you and you can't see around, like when you're doing a 10 wide striker. You could see behind, not directly behind you, but you could see next to you, and that's it. But it is wide and it is a sight obstruction. But again, it's just a matter of just drive the truck, work with what you know, and fill in the blanks as needed. But that's the perfect one. But he kind of did throw you to the wolves, which is a good thing, because you had to deal with the California mountains, windy ass narrow canyon roads.
Yeah.
With a 10 wide. And well, I saw that post with your CAT scale. It was like 57K empty.
Yep. Yeah. We talked about that comment last night. And
Yeah.
then this morning, I was getting some fuel, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to shut this little punk up. Because he, in the comments, I was like, all right, I got you, buddy. But what pissed me off about it wasn't the, you're lying and blah, blah, blah. It's when people put the experience on there. Oh, I've been doing this for 50 years. There's no way, ... Okay, well, there's always something new. There's always something different. So experience has nothing to do with it.
One thing that always bothered me with that is somebody could say they've been doing it for X amount of time, but there's no way to prove it. I could claim it. It's like fast cars.
Right.
Everyone says, my car runs a quarter and this, that, and the other. But how many people dig in their glove box to show you a time slip?
Right.
So it's like, all right, it is, you do what you do. I see a couple guys talking about 12 wides. It's funny. We did this sprayer truck, and I needed an escort for that from New York, Pennsylvania state line all the way to delivery in Maine. And it was annoying because the part that made it 12 wide were the parts that spray, but you could see through it. So I'm like I remember the lady's name was Carol. She ran the chase car for me. And she's like, what do I need to call? I'm like, nothing. I see everything. It's just, you're just there because the state says you have to be there.
Right.
But I really don't need you. I could absolutely. Meanwhile, the problems that I did have was in Pennsylvania, where I didn't need Carol.
Gotcha. Wow.
What do you want me to call out? Nothing. Just enjoy the ride. If I need some, I'll
yeah. Right.
In fact, later on, I stopped in Massachusetts. She let me put cameras on her car. She was a camera car. There was no need for this. Right. But that's the way they work sometimes, But yeah, that's a good way to start.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I mean, the 10 wide itself wasn't the big deal. It was just that dumb mountain.
Yeah.
But I cheated with the mountain. It wasn't a total surprise because when I caught the Uber going up the mountain, I was already, peeping game to see, okay, this turn, that turn, looking
Yep.
at everything going up. So when I came back down, I already kind of had an idea of what to expect.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And then somebody
And
said
then,
something like, oh, you don't know how to drive mountains, you don't know how to use the Jake brakes and blah, blah, blah. Bro, an 8% grade? Seriously? 8% grade going down. Twisting and turning, 8%
yeah,
grade. Yeah, I'm using the
mhm,
Jakes. I'm sorry.
of
No.
course.
Yeah, the
Why don't
Jakes
you take
all the
advantage
way
of them?
down. Right. And
Hey,
then,
listen, I'm that attitude. Listen, I'm saving my brakes. I'm turning them Jakes on. If you don't want to hear it. I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna
right.
hear it.
And
It's just the
then
way
to take
life
it a step
goes.
further, as YouTubers, come on. If I went down that mountain and didn't use the Jakes, there would be a bunch of angry comments.
You know,
you know,
you could look at, and that's the thing with the YouTube side of things. You mentioned that. So I posted a couple pictures working on that trailer with the tires, and someone's like, "Man, he's got to be rough on tires. He's always doing trailer tires." I'm like, "Okay." So here's the internet. FSC is a piece of crap trailer. He never does no maintenance on it. And when I do maintenance on it, FSC's trailer is a piece of crap. He's always doing maintenance on it.
yeah,
Which one? Make up your mind, huh?
yeah, yeah,
It's a piece of garbage because I don't work on it. It's a piece of garbage because I'm always working on it. I get it. It's
yeah,
a piece of garbage. My truck sucks. I suck. I'm ugly. I'm loud. I'm this. I'm that. And. Understood. I got it. Got it.
yeah,
Yep. Sure. Welcome to
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Sometimes I just go through the comments and I said in the video, like people take, you know, 10% of our lives and make 100% judgment off of it. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Zero sense. I had somebody
Bayrunner
tell me
got it
the other
right.
day. I got bored the other day, so I went through your comments and dude, like, what the hell? I
Yeah.
was like, what's that supposed to mean? You got bored and went through my comments. They're entertaining. I was like,
Bayrunner's got it right. People will complain just to complain. I'm like,
yep,
absolutely.
yep,
And Donnie Eldridge, I will say Tim Gentry can drive a damn truck. You put it anywhere. Seen him in Carolina, did a fabulous job on back roads. He grew up on that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just, I grew up in real tight areas. So bringing a truck in a tight area wasn't nothing to me because I grew up already doing that, in the environment I grew up in. It's just, that's how that works. But people, I don't know. It's just funny. People just complain and complain. And,
yeah.
you try to, it's kind of funny. People will some will manufacture drama just to make a channel interesting or whatever. And I'm like, just keep the cameras running. Trucking will bring the drama by
Yep,
itself. Something will
yep,
happen. The tire's
yep.
gonna blow. Someone's gonna cut you off. Someone's gonna do something real stupid. Something's gonna happen with a load. It's just something's gonna happen. And I'm like,
Or if I'm having a
like even
slow day
today,
with
I'm like,
content, I just turn the camera on in rush hour.
yeah.
You
Like
know,
even today, I was kind of like, should I? I wasn't gonna film at all today. I didn't today. I just took a couple pictures because I'm kind of like, should I be filming this? And I'm like, a nail in a tire. It's like when I edit, like
right.
I'll put the camera up. Let's say I did film, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm editing one now. You don't need to watch me take all 10 lugs off of it. You hear the brr, boom, brr, boom. Okay, splice, get the last brr, done. You don't need to see all 10. I'll save it at
Right.
minute and a half or hour long it was.
Right. Unless
You
it's
look
you in that
like
video.
someone paid $2 to say you look like former Governor Larry Hogan. Blech. I got to see what this guy looks like. Do I?
Point proven. But man.
I got to Google that now. What are you on crack? I don't look like nothing like that guy. He's got at least a little bit of hair. He's got one hell of a schnoz, and I guess he's kind of got big ears like I do.
The hell? What?
Got this. You ain't even close. Come
For
on,
the
at least be
people,
more accurate.
for the people wondering,
Even the people I can't, come on, at least run with the same thing everybody else does, which is the Shrek thing. I need Donkey. Where's Donkey at?
oh,
And he paid $2 to insult me too.
but surprisingly enough, I
He
got
paid
dunk.
you?
Nah,
Who was
surprise.
that guy? I gotta give him credit. So unknown opinionoid 2672 shelled out $2 American to say I look to try to insult me, to say I look like former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan.
You know what? And I'm going to forward you that $2. That way, at least covers your patch.
I'll spit my beer out.
But nah,
Oh
it's funny.
man.
It's funny you say that because I got the donkey comment. Some
Yeah.
racist in my comment was like, "Oh, don't give him Shrek." Oh, I'm like, okay, all right. I'm surprised they haven't put 2 and 2 together yet, or 1 and 1 together.
Oh.
You know,
Hey,
and
Donkey was cool in that movie. The best one of all with that type of humor was Chris Rock as the zebra in
oh yeah,
Madagascar.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Remember? Am I black
yeah,
with white stripes or
yeah.
white with black stripes?
Right,
But
right.
it was a funny character. Although to me, the penguins were the best in that
Oh, for sure.
in
For
that especially with the airplane.
no, it was the one that with that stupid song, the lemur, the African lemur that was dancing and stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
I
dude.
almost said Zaboomafoo. King Julian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, some of those characters are hilarious.
Steve maybe looked like Stone Cold.
Oh, a lot of people say I look like a fat Vin Diesel. I'm like in certain like faces I'll make or something. I kind of see the resemblance, but please, no. Let's see. Rod White says blow 2 fueling lines. That's trucking. Yeah, there's always something gonna break. When I was a non-CDL hotshot, I laid on the semi horn, almost backed me into a truck stop. He got out cussing. I told him, "Look in your mirrors." That's Wolf Family 24. Yeah, you'll get a lot of that. Yeah. Someone goes, "Hey, love the donkey." Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been getting all ever since I came over here to Tim. The racist
Yeah.
comments I've been getting. Golly. Actually, I
There's
was reading
no
some of them to you that one day. It was like, what in the
there
world?
is no need for that. There's no need. I don't understand that. There's no friggin' need for that. Why?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, racist on both sides. Racist towards him and racist towards me.
Well, dude,
And
I
it's like,
told you,
guys,
I told you the other day. You have that where it's like, I guess because of the way you look, you're expected to act this way, but that doesn't necessarily put money in your pocket. But
you
then,
know,
like I told you
yeah,
yesterday, you watch, right?
yeah,
So now, let people talk. They'll talk the way they want to talk, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And let's say, for example, which is part of the plan, it's not like Timmy, you don't know this. Timmy knows this 100%. Your ultimate plan is to one day go out on your own, get your own authority, and go do your own
with
thing.
his blessing, with his
Exactly.
freight.
Right. So then everybody from, for lack of a better term, I don't even know what term to use, just to be nice. But then all of a sudden, people that are commenting, saying this, that, and the other about you, I'll let you say it, not me, but they'll say that about you. But then next
Yep.
thing you know, a black man becomes the CEO of his own company. You going to talk that kind of bad crap now?
Right,
Or
right.
then, like you are today? But when
Yep.
he actually has his own authority, becomes the CEO of his own company to do his own thing, you're going to say that same nonsense then? where he's
Yep.
going, simply put, following the money to get bigger and better as you grow?
Yep.
What are
And
you supposed to do with that?
the one comment that made zero sense, the guy said something, I think I sent it to you. Something like, "You're gonna go work for that white man." I'm
Yeah.
like, so I don't work for a white man with Landstar? With a bunch of them?
Right.
What the heck? You know, they don't work for that white
Exactly.
man. Well, there's a bunch of them on the Landstar board. So if anything, I'm going from 20 of them to one. What's your
No.
point?
Good luck. When it comes to the family side of things, okay? You take care of your family. You've got a beautiful wife. You've got your children, an awesome house. You work your ass off. We look different. We're very similar in that. So
Yep.
at that point, where
Yeah.
I come from, the way things are for me, we're the same.
Yep.
Same damn thing. And I'm not saying it just because, well, I've always been that way all my damn life. So I don't want to hear no nonsense
Yeah.
from anybody about anything one side or the other when it comes to that whole thing. Okay. I happen to be a bald white guy. I look that way. I am that way because the medical thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Judge me for how I look. There's my
Yeah, because
opinion.
the comments that crack me up in your comment section are when people talk bad about your hip hop songs.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's like, if you guys, he's trying to be somebody he's not. If you guys only knew.
The way, listen, it sounds silly, but I like the music. Number one, if I'm in a bad mood, angry music calms me down. I don't know why, okay, but angry music calms me down. But there's a lot of hip hop songs out there that are all about, getting on your hustle. Two of them, matter of fact, of all people, of all places, years ago, Akon, Time and Money, and Keep Up. Perfect song. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody that knew me back in the day, I'd never heard them songs before, and we were at my old shop years ago. We were playing music, and he's like, "Hey, this is you," and they played both songs. I'm like, "Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Thank you." I took it as a compliment. I'm like, "Hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah!" And then out of the blue, of all places, Timmy sent me one. You remember the one? I
Yep.
said it. I said
Uh-huh.
it to you, and
Yep.
I'm like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, that is literally Timmy's song. Like that's
Because when you sent it
that's
to me, I thought you were. I was like, there is no way Tim listens to this. I
yeah.
don't even listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? And then I felt even worse 'cause I heard of the artist, but I don't know his music. I know one song by the artist.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
big
dang, these guys are
big
more
extra
cultured than
plug.
me.
And I can't remember the title of the song, but it's just I'd have to look. I'll look it up because I got
And
it
what's
on my other
funny,
phone.
dang it, what was it called? Holy Ground?
Yeah, Holy Ground, right there.
Yeah,
See,
Holy Ground. I was thinking in my head, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right there. There's the crap I listen to right there.
Yeah, when you told me,
But
oh
yeah,
yeah, Timmy listens to Big X the Plug, I'm like, what? No, no
yeah.
way.
Mm-hmm.
No freaking way.
Yeah,
And then
he
I'll be
sent me
talking to
out of
you on the phone, and then you be quoting Easy E. Uh,
show my
one
age now.
there was one time I think you were a little tipsy and you rapped Steady Mobbing by Lil Wayne.
Yup. Uh-huh.
There was another time
That,
you
that
quoted
there's
Jeezy. I'm
kind of
like, what?
there's a funny story. There's a funny story with that one. So if you're in a bar, okay, Steady Mobbin' is the ultimate smoke bomb to just roll into a bar. Just play the beginning of that song, and you'll understand why. It's just the perfect smoke ball to roll into a bar. It's
Yeah.
we just die laughing. But me and Jen listen to that. Like Jen listens to a lot of this too. But that's what listen to what we listen to in the car. It is all over the place.
Rick Ross. The man listens to Rick Ross on a regular basis. I'm like, what?
Absolutely love Rick Ross's music. And yes, I know the real Rick Ross is not a rapper. I know
Yeah,
this.
Freeway Rick Ross. Yeah.
Yeah, Freeway Ricky Ross. He's been on Joe Rogan a few times.
Yeah.
It's quite the interview, actually.
Yeah, I almost did some work for him back in my music days. And I missed whatever it was. I missed the deadline for it. By the time I found out, it was too late. So I almost ended up doing some work for him. Not really knowing who he was, not knowing enough. Now I'm glad I didn't, but but yeah. Actually, it was Jen that mentioned something. She said something about Maybach music. I'm like, what does she know about Maybach music?
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, because it sounds silly. I've seen him going down the road, but at G-Bats, when it was after the show, we we're all hanging out, and this dude rolled up, and hey, babe, what year was that car? Do you remember? Well, she went downstairs. So anyways, dude rolled up in a white Maybach, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, I never actually saw one up close. So, dude, opened it up. He let Jen see inside it and on. And, it had a V12, engine in it. And it was an S500 Maybach. So it was a big car for Mercedes. It was a big car. And it had like the most luxurious back seats to it, and it had like a flip-up footrest with massaging things in it. And Jen was like, "Oh, I'm all about this." She's like, "I want one." She's like, "I want one." I'm like, "Yeah, but you would want somebody to drive it while you rode in the back." She's like, "I still wouldn't mind driving it though."
And I told you who you should hire to drive that car.
You did, but I'm probably I know I can't remember.
Oh, this thing. Who would I say that you should just, you know what? Now you went from doing this to now you're my driver.
I probably know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, make sure you open the door for her. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. Probably crashed that car on purpose. But yeah. Somebody up here I saw in the comments earlier was trying to keep an eye on some of this stuff. Someone's talking about Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely love Five Finger Death Punch. That's one of my all-time favorite bands. But their videos are pretty badass too, especially when they go like a full-on Mad Max style with the cars and all of that. You see like these hot rods rolling coal. It's like, oh, that is so cool.
But yeah, DMX.
Anything angry and fast. DMX. Dude, we were talking about that the other day. His funeral, man, that was cool as hell. They had a monster. His casket was in a monster in New York. His casket was in a monster truck in New York, surrounded by all the Rough Riders. That's just cool. I'm sorry. That's just cool. But nah, his music, I loved his music, especially when he also had a way of he could slow it down too.
Yes.
Still be DMX, but he could still slow it down.
Right.
It wasn't like doing love songs and stuff like that, but he had it. I really thoroughly enjoyed his music. There's one obviously they did posthumously. There's the one that they did with Five Finger Death Punch. It's called "This Is the Way."
Yeah,
it's DMX and Five Finger Death Punch. I'm like, that's pretty badass. Actually, I love the song.
Yeah, because mine was Eminem. Eminem was my growing up. Eminem and was it D12?
Go do karaoke, okay? Eminem he's so friggin' fast. Very few people can accurately do karaoke to Eminem. He's just very fast.
But that's what I grew up on. Like Eminem, Tech Nine. That was like my Twister.
Yeah,
that was like my fascination with hip hop growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they articulate all those words, or what was it? What's the thing that Tech Nine had? The the Midwest Choppers or whatever it was called.
Yep.
You know, man, that was my like stuff that gravitated towards the hip hop scene back in those days.
Well,
And
yeah,
then the
but then
lyrics, lyrically.
yeah, and yet another one that almost gets no radio play. As big as Tech Nine is, how many times you see him on the radio or hear him on the radio?
Exactly. Right.
Right. There's a
Right.
lot of really good artists. And another one I like, which is totally, he came up in the hip hop. He came up in the hip hop world and totally like went his own direction, almost like he's his own genre. We're talking about Kid Rock.
Oh yeah.
Early Kid Rock come up in the Detroit rap scene. Okay. And I don't even know what you call Kid Rock today. Because it's like rap, and because I used to look for it. I remember when I used to buy Kid Rock CDs, you had to go into the. Somebody mentioned Tone Loc. That's my time.
Right.
Shimon's a little too young for Tone Loc. Bone Crusher. There we go. Yep. Bone Crusher is another one I love. But yeah, Kid Rock was always in the rap scene, but it was like he was covering Metallica. You know, like one of his biggest hits was a Metallica, not should say a cover, but he was sampling. He was sampling Metallica. You know, it's like,
what's that guy's name? There's a guy I've been hooked on. Really, a song. It's called "If God Is a Woman." Who sings that song, you guys? Oh, it's with I forgot his name, but it's a feature he just did with Marilyn Manson, and the song goes hard.
I don't think I've heard that yet.
Yeah, it's about a year or two old. Who is it, guys? It's with Marilyn Manson. It's called "If God Was a Woman." Like, who's the guy that? It's the music video is even better.
Well, someone's saying this. These are before you mentioned that, though.
Falling in Reverse.
3-6 Mafia.
Falling in Reverse. That's the name of the group. Yeah, Falling in Reverse. If God Was a Woman. That video is Crisscross. Wow. Slim
we're going
Thug.
back.
Yeah, actually,
two guys, Jason
Mafia.
Murphy and White Lightning, were talking Run DMC while we were yapping a little bit ago. I think I'm on a delay, though.
I used to do work with Mr. Dell. He was with 3-6 Mafia. He was trying to get me to sign with his label out of Memphis, Tennessee. Real cool dude. Oh, Leonard Skinner. Yep. ZZ Top. But while you're in Steve's truck, you might hear Rick Ross. In my truck, you're gonna hear Journey.
Yeah, I need
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah, your Guns N' Roses.
I like ZZ Top.
Yeah. Linkin Park. Yes. Linkin Park. Creed. Breaking Benjamin. Ice Cube. Ice Cube.
One of the best. Listen, you want to talk about Ice Cube? You want to talk about one of the most educated rappers on planet Earth? Ice Cube.
Yep.
Ice Cube. Listen to his lyrics. Even if you have to read them, listen to that man's lyrics. Going way back to the days of NWA. Ice Cube was very intelligent. He was very educated, and he sang about things that nobody else could comprehend because they didn't understand. He paid attention to the local politics, the national politics, on and on. He even just sounds stupid, but just even science and industry. The man knew his stuff.
Yeah.
And it plays out. Even to this day, he's hard to keep up with knowledge-wise. And he sang about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
About staying educated, understanding, because you're not going to be somebody if you're stupid. You're just going to be sloughed to the side. Maybe make a couple bucks, but then they'll spit you out and throw you off to the side. And he said that many, many times. But yeah, he is one of the most educated rappers on planet Earth.
And he was smarter than the whole clique. That's why it didn't really work out too well. He was always like two thoughts ahead of him.
He read, the way I get it. They made movies about it, and movies are kind of little this, that, and the other. But the man read his contracts. where
Right.
others had other influences in their minds or in their life where maybe they had to sign it. I'm not going to say, well, you can add to it if you want, where some people might have had family issues, so they felt like they had to sign for the quick buck, or others just, they didn't really care. It's like, let me get the quick buck and roll on with it. Where Ice Cube was like, no, I'm getting the shaft on this. Why is the record company getting more than the artist?
Yep.
And on it goes. Listen, we talk about
Yep.
that in the trucking industry with brokers. Why is it that some brokers make more money than the trucker, and all the broker had to do was buy a fax machine and a computer? Meanwhile, we're out here with, $100,000 trucks and trailers and on, and you
Right.
got, you got a $1,500 computer, a $200 fax machine. Why are you getting a
Right.
lion's share of the money? And that's you think trucking's the only industry like that, especially in the
Right.
'80s. Guarantee you, them record companies are running away with all the money.
Right. Yeah, T-Pain was another one I had a lot of respect for. He actually saved somebody I know from selling out in the music industry. A friend of mine. T-Pain has always been for the artist too.
Tell you another.
I've
We were
always
talking
had.
about it. We were talking about him. Talking about him earlier. He kind of he's got a couple interesting interviews where it's kind of like, wow, I didn't know the guy lived that life. With talking about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's got an
Oh
interesting
yeah.
background and
Yep.
history and so on.
Yep.
He spoke about a couple different interviews, dealing with police and so on. And one time when he was talking about when he was I forget how old he was. But he was technically a kid. He got shot, and he was amazed that, like, when the cops came to him, he's like, "Well, which cop was actually trying to care for the guy, and which ones didn't?" The
Right.
answer would be surprising I don't know where it was or which PD was involved, but that's another one thing. And he kind of was. Again, it's like he'll give. I believe, based on that interview, he'll give anybody a shot based on the character of who the hell you actually are, not just how you look like, but
Right.
who you are and how you act.
Right.
So,
Oh God. Tim just
some of
texted
that.
me. I'm picking you up
Who?
at 5 a.m. Tim,
Oh,
picking you up at 5 a.m. I'm like, ah,
oh dear.
yeah.
Well, you'll have to tell me after what the plan is.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you got time. It's only 9 out there.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Let me see. White cop, I remember that interview.
Yep. Yep. He was saying that the white, he said the black cop just walked right over and didn't give a rip. The white one actually is the one that actually gave a crap about him. And he
Right.
felt like at that point he said that he's like, you kind of have to judge a man by his character, not by what you would think by looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good point. Now, listen, me of all people understand why you don't trust just every cop just because he's a cop, but you can't crap
Right.
on a guy because he's got a badge too. You got to let him. He's going to be good or he's going to be bad, one or the other. Same as me,
Right.
you, anybody else. But
Right.
it gets. Hey, listen, you get down there. See, to me, I could talk about this all day long. It don't bother me. But some people get really worried about it. They're like, oh no, what am I going to do? And I'm like, listen, I'm just going to be myself. You like me, you like me. You don't, kick rocks.
Right.
Don't really give a rip.
Yeah, but one thing
5 in the
about
morning, I
music.
don't think he's doing breakfast. And Timmy don't eat a lot. So if you eat a lot working with him, like I eat more than he does, you
Uh-huh.
best pack your lunch.
Oh yeah, I'm a runner. Like I run first, eat later,
Yeah.
and that always puts me in a
Uh-huh.
bad situation.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine then. You'll be fine. Because him and Crystal both, they rarely eat. Working with them, it's like, guys, I'm hungry. They're like, what? It ain't eating time yet. I'm like, we talking about starving. I think that was my unofficial job in Arizona, was cooking. But hey, it was
Oh
fun.
man.
Hey, babe. I need another beer, please. Thank you.
Oh, My Chemical Romance. Oh, I forgot about them.
Mm.
All right.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's texting me. All right, I get it now.
Yeah. But guys, all week long, you guys are getting plenty of Bonnie content. Plenty of Bonnie
Thank
content.
you.
More than that you're probably gonna want. But
Oh,
I
I'm
know
sure.
Bonnie's a favorite truck, so I went ahead and first I was gonna be lazy and do like 1 or 2 videos out of it. Then I was like, you know what? My revenue's looking really good. Let me go ahead and put the hustle in behind it. It is what it
Yep.
is.
Oh yeah. Well, no, you're going through, both business wise and YouTube side, which is a business. Most people don't realize that. I hate to break it to you. This is a business. YouTube's a business. Rod Wet, I can't roll with the Coldplay. I'm sorry.
Oh
Can't do it.
no, no.
Uh-uh. I can't do it, man. Sorry. I
Now
know you're a good
Prince for
fan, but
sure.
oh man, I can't roll with that.
Yeah,
But no,
Prince is
what
my
you're
favorite
doing,
musician of all time. What were
what's
you saying?
that?
Now somebody said Prince, and I'm saying that was my favorite musician of all time. Prince.
Hey, absolute talent right there. Hell of them. Hey,
Yeah.
marketing. I could use a lot of help there. But what was I saying? Dude, you're going through a lot. Business wise, YouTube side, trucking wise, you're going through a lot right now. Like seriously,
Mhm.
you really are. Because listen, Tim's a known commodity. Commodity. Like him or love him, hate him, either one. The man knows his stuff. Everything he touches turns to gold. Don't know how he does it, but he's good like that. If you
Yeah.
can build your business while learning from one of the best like that, both on the marketing side and the trucking side.
Yep.
Okay. When I made the jump, I did. And I feel, and I've spoke about this. Timmy's been on me about getting my own authority for at least 3 years prior to me doing it. And he called me. Listen, I'm not shy to say it. He called me out in Arizona, and he said, it took me aside. He says, "Hey, I got to ask you." I go, "What's going on?" He was kind of a little aggravated with me, and I understood it. Listen, we were living together for 2 weeks. Okay, you get on each other's nerves. Okay, but he's like, "I've been on your ass for getting your own authority for 3 years, and now a woman says you should do the same, and now you're jumping." Really?
Not just a
And I'm
woman.
like, no, it's more than that. It's you, everything else. Crystal simply put it over the edge. But I was already
Mhm.
90% there. The only thing holding me back, straight up, fear. Nothing more, nothing less, fear.
Well,
Because
it wasn't really
similar to you
fear.
with Landstar, I
Yeah.
was comfortable. If if there was a major problem, I did have, to a degree, a way to get out of it where, yes, I would not get a single dime until after that debt was paid. But if I had a major problem, I should say a major problem, I was going to get like a rebuilt engine out the deal, but I had leeway being leased on with Widmeyer Express. Plus, I was there for damn near 20 years. That
Mhm.
doesn't exist when you have your own authority. And that was one of
Yeah.
those things I had to get over and think about. And then
Right.
I'm like, but the people that are most successful are doing their own thing, to include Widmeyer Express.
Yeah,
So
but people
that's
don't
that put me
understand.
over the edge to do it. You're
Yeah,
doing
people
it,
don't understand
and you've
just
got
going out
kids,
and yeah, yes. Yep. Yep.
and
And
that's the
one source
biggest
of income.
reason.
And one source
What's
of
that?
income.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason why
Yeah.
anybody would hold and not take risk, because you're scared
Right.
to death that you're going to wreck the household, or make a hard life for the kids or the wife, not just yourself, but for the ones you
Right.
love. And
Right.
so I get it; it's frightening, but in the same time, I also was they told me straight up, listen, with who you know, you're going to be fine even if you land in some hot water and in some troubles. You're going to be all right. You're not dead in the
And
water
that's the
even
other
if you
thing.
thought you were.
Yeah, people always say, "Oh yeah, get your own authority, get your own authority." If you get your own authority, you have to be smart about it. You have to have customers lined up. Because if you're just running low board freight with your own authority, you're going to fail. It's not the same as it used to be anymore. So with getting your own authority, you have to have stuff in place already. Like in your situation, I mean, yeah, you could have hauled loads for Tim, but a majority of your loads are coming from Crystal. So it took your interaction
Right?
and your networking with Crystal,
Yep. Right
for you
now,
to get your
yes.
own authority. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to bear in mind, for me, it was kind of the perfect storm. Orwell's engine went down. The
Mm-hmm.
in-frame was not possible. The block had to come out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to
Mm-hmm.
do frame replacement on a truck, especially what most people realize, the frame horns on the 362 are very long. They come out most of the length of the engine. So the frame bolts to your frame horns about midpoint under your cab. If you're going to do framework on a 362, your engine comes out, or should come out at least. But with the engine already out, that's the time to do framework because most of the labor is already done because you pulled your engine out and
Right.
transmission. So it was a
Right.
perfect storm of it. And that's where meeting Crystal, learning about these 1/2-inch Vicon frame rails, it was just a perfect storm of it. And then Crystal gave me this opportunity, not just in get this truck built, I could haul for her, but also I just have to replace the rails that I took from her. So that gave me the jump ahead. And so she invested in me by giving me them. I say giving me, but at the time, giving me them rails to get this project started. So I'm like, not
Mm-hmm.
only did she say it, but she put her money where her mouth is. And then as soon as I got the authority, Tim, while I was intermixed with that, I did that one big boatload for Tim. I did the other one where Jen was riding on the top of it. So the problem with pulling stuff for Tim is Crystal's here. Timmy's way out in Tennessee. But, and that's primarily the reason. Anything big that Timmy's doing now that's not related to Crystal, that's new, Timmy does everything Gentry and Sons does first. Timmy does it first. Obviously, he's building something bigger than what
Mm-hmm.
was from, five, even a couple of years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
it's working out good. I feel it's working out good for everybody. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
working with people that I trust.
Right. That's the
And that's a
main
rare
thing. Yeah.
That's
That's a
a
big
rare
thing.
thing in this business now.
Yeah.
So, the YouTube channel, listen, without the YouTube channel, the shop wouldn't be a thing. I wouldn't be able to afford the shop. But
If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have any of my trucks.
no, that's it. So it's an
Do it.
advantage
Yeah.
it's an advantage we have. But even still, when you go and get your own authority, it's still worrisome because now you have to worry about, like, example, Widmeyer Express, right? I can't go poaching their freight, but I can go let them broker me freight. I can do that.
Right.
It was kind of an interesting situation, but it was very obvious not a problem where I did the used equipment, the airport runs I just did. That's a different airport hiring me to haul used equipment. There's nothing to do with non-competes there. Even if Widmeyer hauled those trucks 20 years ago, it's got nothing to do with today. There
Right.
just happen to be older trucks that one airport sold to another smaller airport. I was paid by the smaller airport. There's no non-compete issue there at all. But I can't go after their freight. But I could broker from them. Same with Crystal, same with Timmy. But going direct is obviously the best way to go because now you're keeping all the money, but you have to worry about, when you're putting in bids for a load like I did with the airport, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to go too high because then obviously you're not going to get it, but you don't want to race to the bottom either. How do you handle that? Well, figure out what your numbers are
Mr.
and go
Ben
on with
Truck
it.
said it most. Yep. Mr. Ben, what's that? Mr. Ben Truck said it best right there.
Yeah. When you're on YouTube, you have the added risk of psychopaths trying to ruin your business and life.
He said it, not me. Yeah,
Mr. Ben
Mr.
Trucks,
Ben
you're
said
right. Don't ask me how I know. In time. In
Right,
time.
yeah.
That's all I would say. In time.
And what
But
people don't understand,
for now, I will say you're right.
But people don't understand what it took to get the channel to where it's at currently, and then what it takes to keep it.
Mr. Ben Trucks, he says, I know how you know. You don't know the half of it.
Just wait and see. Just wait and see. But, but getting to that point, the blood, sweat, and tears, sacrifice, and discipline it takes to get your channel to where it's at. Even that video, people were hooping and hollering about the video I did for Bonnie that dropped on Friday. That took me about 7 hours to edit, guys.
Dude, that
7
edit
hours
was
to edit.
tight. That edit was tight,
7
dude.
freaking hours. And I didn't even get it the way I wanted to. I didn't get the drone shot that I wanted to because the drone wasn't working. But had I gotten that on top of it, oh my God. And that was just the editing, not including, I was up there on that mountain probably a good 2 hours. Just getting everything situated, making sure the cameras were good, recording it. So collectively, it took me about 10 hours. And then download all the footage. And then once you download the footage, collectively, it took me about 10 hours to do that video.
Yeah.
About 10 hours, for an hour video that people are going to forget about, in a week. Yeah, but people don't see all that.
No, that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, you this, that, and the other. And, let's be honest. One of the things everybody says is, like, we get free parts. They're free. We don't give nothing for them. What are you, stupid? The YouTube channel is a means of which of advertising. So we pick up an advertiser. Everybody's happy.
And then what it takes to keep them, and then the videos and the promos we have to do with them, the conference calls and all, there's a lot behind the scenes rather than, oh, look, free stuff. It's not free. And actually, if you do the math of how long we're invested, into that company versus the stuff they give us, it's not even minimum wage.
No, but it's a good deal. It's still a good deal in the end. At least I think the way things are working out.
It is.
But it's like, you know what? When you sit here and look at it, though, it takes the time to build a channel. No one sees the time that I spend here in this office editing a video, right? So, like right now, we're, even in this live, we're still marketing things, right? Yep. We're still pushing our channels, promoting our channels. We're not doing everything that, like, everybody watching. What would you be doing? Oh, excuse me. Exactly. So it's like, it's extra. If you're filming at the shop, working on the trucks like I do, and you're working, you find out that it takes extra time just to set up the cameras. Like I'm working on Orwell, have to stop, take the camera, move it. You take an hours long of video for a 5-second clip. Meanwhile, it's an hour of video taken. It takes time.
I'll even show you guys. That video I did only paid me $723 for that Bonnie video I just did. Now divide that by 10 hours. $7 an hour.
Yeah, see?
That's below minimum wage in Texas anyway.
Yeah.
When you put it all together, people think, oh, you can, no, not at all. But it's networking.
Killigan Turk USA asked a question. So I'm not, what I'll say to that is I'm simply not answering that. Think about it. I make a deal. He makes a deal. If you make a deal, it's nobody's business. That's the difference with me. I get it. Some channels do that. I won't do that. I will never discuss raw numbers on what I pay out or what I get paid. That's nobody's business but who I get paid by, how I get paid, and who I pay. That's it. That's nobody's business. It's a two-way it's an A-B conversation, and about the C, right? You see your way out the door. I don't discuss numbers like that. Talk fuel prices.
Right.
Yeah, I'll talk about that all day long. But listen, my deal, that's confidential, straight up.
Right.
Nobody would
That's
do
what I meant,
business with
y'all.
me
My
if
bad.
I
My math
answered.
was wrong. My math is, yes, it's $70 an hour, but that's before taxes. That's
Either
$10.99.
way, dude,
Yeah.
that's on the one video. What
Yeah.
about growing to this point?
Exactly. Right. Yep.
No one just gave you 18,300 subscribers.
Right. That
Nobody
was what,
gave that to you. You
coming
had to
up on
grind your
3
face off to
years.
get it.
3 years of posting a video every single day. Like right now, both of us are supposed to be editing right now. That was my plan. Edit and go to bed. I'm like, oh no, it's Saturday. I usually go live on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
We're usually
But that's the
we're
thing.
supposed to be editing right now.
Yeah, well, I was when you went live. So I was like, all right. So that's cool. I'll finish up tonight or tomorrow in the morning before I go into the shop again. Because I gotta be somewhere Monday. So Sunday night probably late afternoon towards evening, I'll actually be rolling out. I'm looking through some accounts because it's nice. They take care of me quite well. I'm very happy with my deal with them, and that's that. Calgin Turk, I think it's pronounced.
Yeah, but what happens when you start slacking?
Oh, you get that phone call, a little text message. Hey, pick it up a little bit. That happens.
Yeah. Because if you don't keep it up, don't be surprised. People don't think about, oh, you're getting free stuff. What? Let's just say I am getting free stuff. I have to keep getting. There's a certain standard you have to keep. Because once it drops off, there's always somebody better that walks through the door.
Damn right. That's G-Bats certainly proved that a little bit, didn't it? Because you think about it, G-Bats, how many of us are out there?
Yep.
And we're all sporting promo codes.
Yep. Yeah, and somebody blew everybody way out of the water.
Hey, he's a hard-working son of a gun, that guy.
Yeah, I seen his name in here earlier. I think right after you had commented, I was like, oh, here he is. Go away.
Yep. I see Semper Fortner is in here asking, how's my hands? So I'll give that up. I'll give update with the hands. So yeah, Friday technically was 2 weeks from my surgery. Today was the first day at the shop actually doing work with my hands. I found a little bit of difficulty with the tire irons where I'm pushing on, not pulling. I've got good grip strength on the pulling. It's the pushing. Anything against my palms gives me a little bit of pain. So I'm trying to push it with my arm or even elbow or something rather than pushing on the iron with my palm. Other than that, it's a little more painful than I'm used to, but I mean, it's only been 2 weeks. I'm cleared for work. That doesn't mean that I'm fully healed, if that makes sense. Other than that, everything's going good. But I'll always find a way. I just took, and I didn't mean to be like a little, bitch about it, but I took the 2 weeks very serious because I went through it sounds dumb. It's a very minimal invasive surgery, but they had to cut a pretty significant piece in both wrists at the same time. If you screw that up, you can literally, if you don't take that recovery serious, think about it. If you just cut my hands off, forget about it. I'm not worth 2 nickels. Got to take that stuff serious. So I had to take the full 2 weeks to do nothing but 12-ounce curls and watch YouTube videos. During the second week I started editing, but I was just working my mouse. But I didn't. Believe me, if working my mouse hurt, y'all wouldn't have had the videos you had, because I would have been like, nope, not doing it.
Let me see, on a lease purchase deal that we're doing, 0 down, no balloon payment. It's going to be a lease purchase that I would want to get into. You get over here, it'll be based off of your work ethic. Work a company driver for a month or two. We'll check out your work ethic and then kind of go from there. But it's going to be a super fair deal. It's not to scam anybody. It was an opportunity presented before me, so I'm like, let me go ahead and pass it on to the next person.
Mr. Ben Truck's like, Steve, you're like an old truck. You had to get some maintenance done. I'm at the age where I do have to seriously start considering my health. The carpal tunnel thing was one of the biggest problems that we're circling. Oh, there we go. Right back.
There we go.
But yeah, one of the problems that I had for my last, since my kids were small, actually, was I neglected a lot of stuff, including me, to get my kids through. And I'm not going to cry the blues, but a lot of people don't realize I fought to get custody of my sons not once but twice. And the second time I got custody of Matthew, my oldest one was already out of the house. He was 18 and moved along. But I did get custody of Matthew right prior to freshman year, and then Matt finished. I had Matt up here in Wisconsin. We went to high school here. So, I have to start, the way we survived was I neglected myself terribly. That's how we survived. I neglected a lot of crap. Now it's time to start dealing with all of that. And my health is one of the biggest things I have to do. So yeah, that's basically it. This was the beginning. There's more to come with me, but that was the beginning of it. But yeah, 48 years old, stuff gets real. My father, at my age, he almost passed away at my age. So now the doc that I do see tells me I'm in that department very healthy. But, listen, I have no wind. Cardiovascularly, but, I just have no wind. If I had to run for any length of distance, not happening. I'm just going to start walking because I'll be sucking air a lot fast.
Mm-hmm.
Strength-wise, I'm doing good. But I need to work on the cardio, I suppose. But I'm not.
That's what the pool is for.
You laugh at me, and listen. That's one of those things. I'll put this out here, and I'll watch the comments. I might not read all of them, but I'll watch them as I've been. When you see me looking that way, I'm watching comments. The pool is. Everybody busts my chops about the pool. It's kind of a controversial thing almost, where it's like, it's not. Listen, I'm not embarrassed about anything. Okay.
Oh, not at all.
But it's a culture 12. I'll read that one. He goes, lay off the monsters. I drink them when I'm driving, like late nights and whatnot. Just another caffeine hit. Here at home in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, first thing, usually I'm up before Jen. I'll go in, I'll push the 2 buttons on the coffee maker, and it makes my coffee. I'll sit at the television, I'll sit at the table, and I'll go through the phone, and then by the time I go wake Jen up, coffee's done. Wake her up, and we'll sip coffee, watch the news in the morning, and then get on with our day. When I'm home, I don't drink Monsters at all. I only drink them on the road. Consequently, the other thing is flipped with me. I drink my liquor and my beer here at home. On the road, unless we go to a bar, like a bunch of other drivers go to a bar, I don't drink a drop on the road, but I drink here at home. That's how I do it. So that's why I mentioned that as far as like the Monsters. I don't even have any in the fridge. There's none in the fridge in the shop. There's none in the fridge here. In fact, there's Gatorades in the shop fridge and bottled water. So that's kind of how we do it with that. But no, the health thing I do have to start considering that. And now that I don't have, well, excuse maybe is the good right word, reason, whichever.
Mhm.
Listen, I don't have to worry about my sons no more. They're grown. They do their own. Well, I shouldn't say I don't have to worry, but I do worry. But I don't have to support my children
Right.
anymore like I used to. So now it's time to start taking care of myself and things that should have been handled many, many years ago. I'm not going to make no excuses for none of my problems. I am responsible for my problems. I have to start dealing with that. Health is the first thing, and this is the first step. So if
Mhm.
that answers it, there you go. Read more comments here. Tony Yayo says, I can't drink monsters no more.
Yeah,
I
I
used to.
never, I can't do the energy drinks. Coffee I'll do, but energy drinks, I just feel like garbage drinking them. Like that fake,
Yeah.
it's like a fake
Then
energy.
you no. The problem with the energy drinks is not the up, it's the crash. And
Yeah.
listen, caffeine is a diuretic, okay? It's gonna make you pee a lot. So you might be
Yes.
awake, but you gotta stop all the time to piss.
Which keeps you awake. But yeah. But
Yeah,
now when I
no,
watch your videos, because I hate orange juice. So you know the video you did
I
the other
never
day.
used to like orange juice. But that's it. That's an easy. For me, orange juice is simply an easy way. See, if I wake up in the morning and don't eat, and I have to do work, I don't feel well. Orange juice is a quick pick me up where I can do some work without eating.
Please at least tell me it's without the pulp.
Oh, no pulp. I can't
Okay.
do it. I don't like pulp.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, whenever you talk, oh, I'll get my orange juice, I'm just like, ugh. Like, ugh. I used to like orange juice until I had freshly squeezed Florida orange
Right.
juice in Florida.
Mhm.
And that's when I was like, nope, never again. All this other crap, Tropicana crap, I didn't like it anymore. Gave up
Yeah.
coffee a few months back. First few weeks are harsh, but it was fine. Red
Yeah,
Bull,
I don't
can't
know.
drink it.
You have to have something. The way I look at it, you got to have something. You can't actually be perfect in the quote health department, but limit. I think you limit your vices as best you can. Trucking is just not good on the body. Period.
Yeah. But even there was a load I did back, I did a video on it too. I had hauled a hazmat load. It was flammable something. And when I went back to the back of the trailer to secure it down, it was
Hmm.
Monster drink additive. It was a flammable hazmat load.
Right.
I was like, oh, I already don't drink this stuff. Now for sure, you'll never catch me. Was it Monster or Red Bull? I think it was Monster. But yeah, I was back when I was doing YouTube. So I videoed it and everything. And I'm like, so for those of y'all who drink this crap, this is what you're putting in your bodies.
Let me
I
tell
was
you
like,
something. Years ago, I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew. Okay.
mm,
In fact, when I was hauling reefers, when I used to be leased on with Trail Camp back in the day, when my first load with Widmeyer, and we're talking 20 years ago, so I had to chain it down. The next day, I felt, you go to the gym or you do any kind of exercise, the next day you feel like your body is just wrecked, it's sore. That's how I felt after tying down my first load with Widmeyer Express. What I didn't realize the last 20 years, what saved me, what really helped me out a lot, strength wise, is the open
mm,
deck, the chains, the tarps, the binders, on and on, right? You're not running around, so you don't get the cardio, but you get you get the strength from it.
right.
So that saved me the last 20 years of doing open deck because you're not just swinging doors. You're going to find out when you load a boat, okay, in that trailer. I don't know if you took a look at that trailer that you just hauled back. You look at all
Mhm.
that steel, all that stuff in the belly, and all those steel girders that are stored in that neck. Wait till you got to pick up every one of those things.
Oh
And you find
God.
out loading a boat, you're gonna carry a few tons, and I mean tons, 2,000 pounds or more of steel to load. Let's say you're loading a big sailboat. You're going to carry on your arms at least 1 ton of steel to load. So yeah, it's gonna change your build just in the fact that you're working on the straps and doing this kind of stuff. Listen, I did the first one I ever did. Well, the first one I ever did myself was the one I filmed that Hydra Sport out of Florida. And it was hot, like 98, 100 degrees hot. I struggled with that one, but I just kept pounding water. And when I got done and secured the boat, I just pulled off to the side and I laid down and I turned the air up and just laid in the bed and just rested for a while to finally settle down. And then I dropped the trailer and I bobtailed over to a store and got some dinner and on. But you're going to find that you're going to feel it. The first few loads you do, you'll feel it.
Trucking Chronicles, everything's got a price. Everything's got a price. I can't say no, because if somebody walked up with like a number I couldn't turn down, I'd be like, here, take it.
Yeah, well,
everything's got a price.
Yeah, well, don't forget, that truck's got a lot of new stuff on it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk. Everything, because it's also cost of lost revenue for content too.
He's gonna eat a lot of sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm with the other ones here. That's why I load step deck. It keeps me moving. Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds dumb, but it does help a lot. It does help a lot doing any kind of open deck type work. Worked for a beer company, and when we distributed Red Bull, he had a guy who was former military and said they used that to clean their guns. It would eat the polish on a concrete floor. I don't know. I even Gatorade has some kind of thing in it that's technically a hazmat. It's something in Gatorade, but listen. Most anything in moderation is probably all right. But, to me, Red Bull, I can't get past it. Now, mix it with Jägermeister, another thing I can't get past by itself. But put the two together, now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Moderation, that's right, Bay Runner, 1986. Absolutely. Buckshot says, I went from open deck to reefer. I miss open deck, but I will not tarp. The problem with reefer is the waiting, the lumpers, the time you piss away, or rather the time they piss away on you, and you just eat that. Typically, that's how reefers work. That life ain't for me. Rod White says, but I hated the oversized permit sometimes. Yeah, and the bigger and heavier, the worse they get. I've not had to deal with that personally where it gets real problematic, but I've seen it before where it's problematic, to say the best or least. The other thing is holidays and curfews. That's the one that really bothers me. It's like, really? Or
Surge, that's a throwback.
If somebody asked if I ever had that, I'm like, no, I never had. I used to drink when energy drinks first became a thing. I used to drink those little Sobeys.
Oh yeah,
somebody turned me on to them, and then I started drinking the NOS energy drinks, but I really didn't like them that much. And then I actually hate to say I do like the taste of the green monsters, the regular ones, but Orwell doesn't have a cup holder that's usable, so I have to have the twist top so I can lay it on in front of the dash. Black Dog, yeah, you could put a regular can in there, but a can, unless you drink it down, will spill when you hit a bump. It bubbles up, and your cup holder starts to look like a sugary mess. So I still get the screw tops, even though they don't fit in the cup holder all the way. You just lean them over, and then they fit just okay. Trucking Chronicle said, did a wheel loader from Virginia to Nevada on an 11 axle. Drove 4 days in Nebraska alone. Yeah. Weather gets you. A lot of times also I've seen that where hauling strikers out west, you get, they throw the chain law up, but oversized, they park you, they won't let you chain. And it's like, come on, we're not even that heavy. And then you just wait for the mountain to open up, and then you go a little bit, and then boom, the next mountain's closed. I've seen that before. That gets old.
That better have paid.
I imagine it did, but that's what I liked about hauling concrete, is that I was in and out of the truck all day long, and it was something different every day. Oh, I'm probably talking. Are you talking cement? Well, concrete's in the cement. Well, actually, it's funny. We call it a cement mixer, but concrete is the liquefied, already mixed. Cement is the Portland cement without the water. It's just powder at that point. I did that in a tanker years ago too.
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank. He says, I'm ready for your cab over. Yeah, Montana's good for roads being blocked by no chain drivers. Yeah, I don't know. My attitude is, you know what you're getting into, okay? If you're going out west and it's snowing, you know you're supposed to be carrying chains. And if your paycheck is on the other side of the mountain, you got two options. Sit and not get paid, or chain up and get paid. That's, is what it is.
Yeah, I quit Landstar. You got to watch my latest video.
I'm looking at this over here.
Talking about health, and she's somehow be back in a few smoke time.
Oh. Yeah.
I'll be pulling up to truck shows next year, and we would definitely chat. Well, I'll be at Matt's Mid-America Truck Show. I'll be there.
This Tate 8020, is he one of them problem childs? Because he's like, does this guy not have eyebrows? And then he goes, real men don't carry chains. And he's just going on and on. If I say it, he's I don't know if he's that. By the way, it's called alopecia. It's what I've got. So, yeah, I got no, hair. So you're going to have to deal with that, bro. I don't have to tell you.
I've never seen his name before.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like, real men don't carry chains. I'm like, well, don't get paid. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You can say the truck stop and go broke.
Right.
Oh, he'll watch us. So, we'll get something out of that.
Right.
and definitely a problem child. Bay Runner goes, tell him FSC. I'm like, oh, man, that was funny. I was sitting over. No one's scared of FSC. He carries chains. He's a bug. Hiding behind his keyboard.
Hey, Ginger. What's going on, Ginger?
Oh, there. That's Jeremy, ain't it?
Jeremy's wife.
Jeremy's wife. Sometimes he's on there.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sometimes he's on there with her thing too. Just whatever phone he grabs.
Oh, watch Steve start strapping those strikers.
Yeah, good luck with that. Strap is only good for 5,400 pounds apiece. That ain't near enough. Oh, man. Josh is trucking adventures. How many is 86,000 seconds? Oh, well, I was just having fun. Shoot.
What's going on, Jarvis? What's up? Matt, what's up?
Michael Ward.
FSC, how's it going?
Michael Ward asks, will cops issue a ticket for getting caught without chains in area that requires no chains? Yes. You get caught, even if there's no snow, in a region where you're supposed to be carrying chains, and the DOT checks you for that, you can get ticketed for that. I've never seen it happen. I've heard of it happening. It does make sense. I have had when they throw up, like in California, I've seen them where they throw up chain law that they check you that you are chained up, and if you're not chained up, they'll turn you around and take your ass back to the truck stop. But if you are in a region and DOT wants to go through your chains, yeah, they can do that.
Mm-hmm. They will.
I always tell them I carry 15. They're all in my headache. No, I actually, Black Dog, I haven't been going west in the winter, but actually I Orwell carried a full set of chains. Orwell carried a full set of snow chains. I never had to chain up, but when I went to where's that big ski resort where all the rich people go to, Aspen. I brought a snowblower out to Aspen, and I damn sure carried my chains. And when I went out there, I got lucky. I was trying to keep the cameras kept freezing up, but I did pretty good with it. But it was one of the last runs Orwell had, actually, and I think about it. They threw the chain law up after I got through. It was, if I had waited, I would have had to chain up to get over. But because I seen when I come down the mountain to get into Aspen, they up over when you get to Eisenhower Tunnel at the top. Mm-hmm. It was snowy at the top, and when I got to the bottom, the other side had to chain up. So I knew had I waited, the chain law was in effect. And when I got unloaded, somebody, matter of fact, the MB rep got there, and he had said, yeah, they had the chain law up when he came west over the mountain. And when I went back east, obviously they had done away with it because it was daytime and everything melted and they plowed it. But
these guys
I got close to having to throw to hang iron on that load to get there. And hey, my paycheck was sitting in Aspen. I was going to chain up and go get that paycheck.
Scott said, I call mine show chains.
Yeah, I've heard that. A lot of guys will do that. I get it. They'll have it because they're required to have them, but then they'll wait. I'm not a waiting guy.
I polish my snow chains in my 34-hour research.
It does get old when they throw the chain law up, and the overwhelming majority of where you're riding with your chains is wet pavement. Like, God.
Hey,
Jason
Steve, you and Tim
gonna race at Max again? Are you gonna give us a card again?
Y'all. That's when I first met y'all.
Yeah, that's right. You, Laura, and a wagon full of kids. Man, they are picky with the reviews, ain't they?
Yeah.
I don't click that good, but yeah, something. But will I say this? If I have to throw them, I will. And I'm like, how did that get held for review? Man, they are too picky.
All right, y'all. Y'all got 5 minutes. Apparently, I gotta leave at 5 a.m.
Yep. So, and I got dinner waiting on me. Black Dog's good. Black Dog's good. I worked on actually I didn't work on Black. Well, I guess I worked on them. I had to go through all the tires, checking air pressures and so on, and going over them. I did find a flat tire on my trailer. I apparently caught a nail somewhere, and had one trailer tire down at 20, so I had to take care of that. But yeah, tomorrow I'm just going to change the fuel filters on Black Dog and get ready to run for Monday.
Wow, a 98 W900 with a 12.7. Wow.
Really?
You don't see those too often.
98 W900 with a wow. That must be. No. They were available in them years. It was sometime in the 2000s. PACCAR would not put a Detroit because the Freightliners deal with Penske. I don't remember the details to it, but 98, yeah, that could have still been factory. Yeah, rare. PACCAR preferred the Caterpillars for sure. For 20?
No, I'm not buying this truck. I'm just driving it.
Is it the same
Jarvis.
one? No, that's somebody else. Okay.
That's him. That's him. Yeah, but that's him.
Oh,
yep,
yeah,
20
it is.
grand.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That truck must have been rough, or you got one hell of a deal. I mean, shoot, even if that truck was rough, that would be worth getting back to running, back to shape. Well, I said that I have purchased one for 20 grand.
That would be actually a dope video. Will we see Black Dog and Bonnie side by side?
It's very possible.
I don't know if
Absolutely
Black Dog can keep up.
It's got the same engine, dude. I'll tell you, ask Timmy. When me and Timmy did them tanks, he did one and I did one. That was right before Rooster got stretched out. I had to work hard to keep up with that.
Oh, really?
That didn't make. Yeah, that might not have made the video, but yeah, I had to work. At that, but we had to get and the truth of that matter was we had to get somewhere at a certain time to get unloaded. We'd be sitting on it till Monday.
Right.
We got it empty. We got unloaded Friday afternoon. It was Friday afternoon or Monday morning. We chose Friday. You hear me?
Wow, 12.7 and a 2019 W9. Wow. Wow. Is it a glider truck? Like a pre-emissions? Not pre-emissions, but a pre-ELD?
That'd have to be a glider. One of the last ones. That's worth something right there. What year is the Peterbilt and how is Rooster?
I don't know what year this is.
Well, Bonnie, that's a glider. I know Bonnie's a glider.
The Fitzgerald.
I know that. Yeah. So Black Dog's a 1999. Yeah, Pistol Perry TV. Yep, that's the one we did. Yep. So Black Dog is a factory, heard the VIN number, 99 Pete with a factory ordered 60 series Detroit. I don't know what year, it was in the 2000s, where PACCAR would not put Detroits in anything.
Wow.
As far as how Rooster is, that's what Timmy to talk about.
Yeah, I seen Rooster earlier. He's coming along pretty good.
Yeah. But the details, I know what Timmy told me, but I'm not. I can't remember what he released. So my answer is refer to Timmy.
Yep.
Rooster's a 98 model truck. Yes. And that came factory with a cat. I don't remember which cat came with it factory. But that's a Rob and Timmy built Caterpillar that they did up SH2. Details of the interior of that engine, I don't know. I know that thing is a monster to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Would you stretch out? I had to clear that one too. Will you stretch out Black Dog like you did with Orwell? There's no plans on it, but I'm not opposed to it if I have good reason to.
Like another axle?
Yeah, if I had to, I would do that. But I wouldn't do that until I have Elaine running, because I would want to have another truck running while I did that kind of major work to Black Dog is what I would do. But then again, who knows? As soon as I think I know what's going on, something changes.
Yep.
Christopher Graham says, I'm getting my 2 years associate in diesel mechanics, so I hope everything works well. Well, there you go. When will Orwell be ready? Travis Dolman, be ready as soon as I can get him ready. Believe me, nobody wants... I get it. Some people think it's like it's just become a YouTube thing. No. Nobody misses that truck more than me, and I really need that truck running. I'm not the only one that needs that truck running. It's just I'm not ready to put a driver in Black Dog yet, so I can keep working at the shop. I'm just not there yet. If the next couple months do really well, maybe. But I need these next couple months to really do really good. Listen, holidays are like up in the air when it comes to this kind of crap. You know how that goes.
And no more distractions.
I'm damn sure. I'm damn sure trying hard. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot in this. So we'll just leave it there. My dad had a nice Kenworth black cherry with a trailer. Are you putting some watermelon light on?
See, somebody asked you if you do frame rails for someone else.
Who asked that?
If you scroll up, I think it was.
There he goes. I see him. Would you change out frame rails for someone else? I would consider it. Doing it the way I did with Orwell, I would seriously consider that, but it would not be cheap. Straight up, if I did something like that, I literally would clock in, and the time I work on that truck is what I would bill per hour. I wouldn't be as scared of the job like that, but I'm telling you, it would not be cheap. It's extremely labor intensive. Now, cut that job down. Bring me the rolling chassis with the cab, engine, transmission, fifth wheel already missing, or even just bring me 2 rails. That would, if you could do a lot of work to that first, but like taking the engine out, transmission, cab, lift it all off the frame to do it, that would be a nightmare of a job. I have to have both rails at the same time because I need one. The left makes the right and the right makes the left. That's how you mirror image them. There is no update on the merch trailer. It just sits in a non-disclosed location waiting patiently. There's a 2006 Freightliner Cabover 4-axle Detroit 60 Series in sale, Illinois, on Marketplace. Yeah, see? Marketplace. Marketplace is a problem for guys like me.
Yeah.
My Peterbilt's 379 Master trailer and truck 50th anniversary. That's Jarvis Mann's. I see Mr. Orwell running down the highway in videos. Oh, yeah, for sure. I do too.
Somebody asked for your email, I guess, for inquiry.
Oh, Feschak Shop, FESZCHAKSHOP
Oh, 14 liter Detroit.
Yeah, the Black Dog's the first 60 series I've ever owned, so I couldn't tell you, one from the other. I could just tell you about Black Dog and how he's doing. Trying to understand what that means. Hi, Steve. How you doing? I'm calling from Windsor, Ontario. What's the status on our wall, your truck? Are you going to make some more videos on it? I'm not sure what you mean there. How is I found a Mac Cabover I like hidden for review? Explain that one. Rod White, they just must not like you or something. Elaine has the 365 Cummins, that NTC with that step timing. Oh, he means Orwell. Okay.
That makes sense.
Working on Orwell as much as I can in the time that's allowed, but I have to drive also. So I don't know. Trucking Chronicles. He says Mac isn't a truck. Where I grew up, Macs and auto cars were the toughest things going. Like when you look at your dump trucks, I mean, those things just took a beating, man, and they never gave up. Now the modern Macs, probably not too impressed with them. Well, family, I actually think the other way around. I would get a driver so I could work the shop, to be honest. And then I would drive one of the other trucks that I got running, like Elaine or Orwell or whichever. You know, that'd be kind of the idea. Listen, not far from my shop is the diesel school over there, Fox Valley Tech in Appleton, Wisconsin. So I would not be like example when Matt decides if he actually does want to do that in time. If Matt come home when he gets out the Marine Corps, I would send him straight to Fox Valley Tech and then have him work the shop. But also Fox Valley Tech, you get him a CDL. At that point now, with going to school, he's more employable. So I'm not opposed to doing that in the future with guys where send them to school. You do both, work the shop and drive a truck, whichever. But that's in the future. Right now, I'm not
Gotta
there.
build your foundation first.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, Glenn Hunter, I bust my ass and listen, it is what it is, right? I mean, people gonna talk, they're gonna talk. It's just I deal with it as I need to. That's basically all I need to say. What kind of old school truck you're looking for? Oh, I might be talking to somebody else on that. Question: in a race between Bonnie and Orwell, who would win? Oh, Bonnie. Orwell would tap out about 70, 73 mile an hour, be done. Bonnie would just keep on rolling. If
she wasn't governed at 75.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Orwell could do 75, but let me tell you, it's a loud experience when you're doing it. Throw a Mac concrete truck, and that everything would go to places all the truck would go, especially when the lockers were locked in. Yeah, now drag a a very heavy load in some of these spots. Remember, we're talking about overall length of tractors. Yeah, that becomes a problem with some of these sites. How about a Diamond Rio? Hey, I was looking years ago at a Diamond Rio Cabover. I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I know where there's a really badass auto car for not a lot of money. I do know there's a badass auto car. Dying to buy it. I'm not going to lie. Dying to buy it. It's super beautiful just the way it looks right now. And I don't think it would take a hell of a lot to get it going either. It's just that timing is piss poor terrible for something like that. Oh, thanks, Ginger. We try to be great people, but it certainly helps when people recognize.
Hey, the guy with the guy with the cab over just texted me. He's watching. We were just talking about the cab over earlier.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, well, since he's here, do you have any questions for him, Steve, on that truck? I know you were asking me something about the rears or something, or the frame.
Yeah, we were talking about the frame. We were just discussing the old frames, meaning that sometimes older frames, when you start unbolting, like your spring hangers and cross members off them, you find some ugly monsters under there. So I was just saying, from experience with Orwell had a compromised frame for all the years I ran it, which is why we replaced it. To be honest, Orwell was getting a new frame regardless if we were going heavy haul or not. If Orwell was going to be built exactly the same, we were going to go with a 3/8 frame and keep them 3-axle. But I guess the biggest concern I have about that truck is the frame, just because it's old. But other than that,
yeah, is it stock? Is that frame stock on there, or is it?
Rick
we were
asks, am I
asking.
riding the Harley much? Harley never made a snowmobile, so no. There's snow. It's 17 degrees outside.
Woo!
Actually, it's probably colder than that.
See, understanding from my judgment, it's better than my other frame.
Yeah. The truth be told, we just got to come down there and look at it. I got to make a trip down there, come look at it, and see what shapes and what we can do with it, and what the options are to it in the end. Somebody asked who bought an auto car. No, nobody. Oh, who bought auto car? You mean corporate leader Michael Adams? Auto car. Where did auto car go? Oh, I know who has auto car. They're commonly, you see them. They make those little yard jockeys.
Oh,
Michael Warden asked, would you consider putting the Detroit 12V71 in that auto car that you just said you would like to buy? That was my original plan for that engine, but no. The truck I want to build with that 12V71 will break the internet. And I'm very cautious to who I say what kind of truck that is, because I don't want nobody doing it first. And there's literally, you can count on one hand how many people know what kind of truck that is. And I didn't tell Shimonia, I was going to send him a picture, but I forgot. But you can count on one hand how many people know about this truck, and you'll still have fingers left over to scratch your ass.
yeah, you were just about to say what it was, and then Laura called. I was like, "Are you back?"
Yeah. And I went on Marketplace to find the ones that I found saved, but my Marketplace wasn't working. I had to restart my phone, and then I'm like, F it, I'm going to bed. Auto car is made in Birmingham, Alabama, and they make trash trucks.
I bought it from a farmer that had a tanker on it. I'm not sure if it's factory did the work. Gotcha.
It was 2 degrees in Buffalo, North Carolina. That had to be wind chill. Harley did make a snowmobile in the early 70s. News to me. But no, it's way too cold to ride a Harley out here.
Oh, New York. Okay. Buffalo, New York.
Oh, we're still going to see the yellow cab over. I'm not giving up on anything I have. Believe me, the plans that I had that got derailed, they're still there. My plans are still my plans. Nothing's changed with that. Everything I have. I still plan on putting together. The Ford does have its new frame. It's just kicked off to the side. But everything I have, the plans are still plans. Nothing's changed. It's just we had a derailment. So I got to put the train back on the tracks and go on down the road. We're just gonna
DeAndre, yes. Yeah, there's a link down there in the description for Facebook.
Oh, okay. I found your group, your Grinding Gears Facebook group too.
Yeah, I accepted you in there.
Yeah, I found it when I was farting around trying to get my damn Marketplace to work. 36 is cold for Alabama, White Lightning. Yeah. A GMC Brigadier. Dude, I found a Chevrolet Bison, which is a GMC Brigadier. Chevrolet version, though. I found one of them. It's probably gone. It didn't have a title. I got a little bit worried about it.
Favorite car? Ooh, I'm a Mustang guy.
Mr. Ben Trucks asked a question about Harley. Is Harley's even American anymore? Made in Asia somewhere, I think. Yeah, that brings me into a conversation that's probably not suited for your channel. The Asian Harleys are made for the Asian markets. I'll leave it at that. There's a reason for that.
Ooh,
But the
21
Asian
and Sioux
Harleys are not
Falls feels
brown.
like 7. Don't tell me that.
Oh, yeah, right. It's cold. It's cold up here, I'll tell you. That's all right. You do the back and forth. You're just going to do the north-south back and forth-ish. V12
Not banned from
GMC
one
General.
thing.
That would be cool. '54 in Arizona. Cry me a river.
But yeah, like my favorite, a fastback Mustang, like a 69 or 70 fastback Mustang. Oh man,
Believe it or not, my favorite Mustang's a Fox body.
really?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
That's my least favorite.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, for what they do, yes. Performance-wise, yes, I'll give it to a Fox body. But those are some ugly-looking cars.
I grew up with them, man. The problem is they're rare.
Yeah.
They were all destroyed by kids butchering them up and wrecking them.
Oh no, we got some Camaro guys in here.
I found one on there's one on Marketplace I saw was a 79 Camaro. It was pretty cheap. It looked pretty nice. I was like, stay off Marketplace. Bad. Should not be looking at that.
Ooh, yes, 67 fastback Mustang. Yes, man. I got black one, either a black one or like a real dark, like navy blue one. But if it's a black one, it's got to be completely blacked out. Blacked out lights, tires, rims, everything's got to be blacked out on it. Did you see that show, The Punisher, on Netflix? It was a Marvel show a couple of years ago.
No, I didn't watch
And
that.
there was a chase car scene in there, and it had like a 2015 Mustang being chased by like a 68 Mustang.
Right?
Oh man, that's my favorite movie scene ever to see the car chase between the two different generational Mustangs.
Right. Yeah, but being Hollywood, you never know.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the truck
talking
show.
about my 64. What about your blue car? It's actually green. I don't know why. It looks blue in pictures. That color is the weirdest color. You take pictures of it, it looks like a different color. But he's talking about my 64 that I fixed the back panel yet. No, it's actually sitting outside the house. It's in the driveway right here. Flying Sparks Garage kind of got me talked into trying to play in the automotive space again. And I thought I would maybe mess with that car next if I ever found time. But I think having an actual lowrider, like hydraulics and everything, would be the future for the 64. Again, that's
fully restored Pontiac GTO in green candy apple paint.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh, and so yeah, Anthony, he's the one with the Cabo. He's only 2 hours from me, but he's got a shop and everything up there. But he said he also does paint work too.
Oh, okay. That's something to kick around.
Mm-hmm. I told him, hey, get your behind on YouTube.
Does he have did he get my email? If he didn't, go ahead and rate.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll read it out again. FESZCHAKSHOP@gmail.com. FestCheckShop@gmail.com. Yeah, you should get a hold of me with that. I'll try to see if I'll getting by there and looking at that thing or something one of these days or whatever. Figuring that out. Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that here. There's my email.
No. Oh, there it is. Boom.
No, that's 60. Somebody wrote there, Steve, you can make a lot of money if you sell that 64. No, not really. It's a 4-door. It's just hey, you gotta remember we're talking about hip hop music and back in the day, especially. In 92, when Dr. Dre dropped the Chronic album, West Coast rap wasn't a big thing on the East Coast yet. It was starting. MTV was still there, but then when the Chronic album came out and Dr. Dre's rolling in a 64 with 13-inch 100-spoke Daytons, where I grew up, nobody saw that. And I loved it. I thought it was one of the coolest things going. But at that time, it wasn't cool for a kid like me to admit that because, listen, that's just the time it was. That's the place it was. And I didn't like how things were so cliquey, like the metalheads, the guys that like the hip hop, they were very different. Nowadays, you look at people's music choices, it's all across the board. But back then, that wasn't a thing. But I always loved those cars. I thought lowriders were cool as hell. But you couldn't do that in those days. So when I found that car, I wanted it. And the first thing I did was put new floor pans on it, even if they were cut off the quarter panel off another truck, and put 13-inch 100 spokes on it with the white walls. Had to have it. Wasn't hydraulics or nothing. I just put the wheels on it. I drove that car for years like that. That was fun. I enjoy that car even to this day. Steven, 69 Charger pulling up like Vin Diesel. Wrong year, 70 or 71 he had, but yeah, I get your point. But yeah, I always loved that look too, the big blower sticking through the hood. Absolutely.
Dang, I turned down 15 for mine. It's been with me since I was in high school. Wow.
Oh, talking about 64s. Yeah, they're 2-door 64s are worth a ton.
Favorite old school movie? Karate Kid.
Oh, the original.
The original. Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's because of the 80s music.
Yeah. Go figure. Yeah, a couple comments back. Steve, when are you going to build your shop by your house and being all your own stuff in one location instead of leasing or renting? As soon as we can. I mean, good Lord, we got so much to do. That's, again, I took a torpedo to the side. It hurt real bad, but we're recovering from it and getting on with life as best we can. I got derailed for a little bit, but that's that. My phone's been going off. Whoever's been emailing me or something, my phone's been going off. But yeah, I'm not going to get into the details. But listen, man, you punch me in the face, I'm going to swing back. But also, I'm going to go on with life. I'm not going to just, I'm not going to cry and run home to mommy and pretend like nothing ever happened. No, I'm just going to get back up, brush off, and get on with it.
Buy more merch from Steve so he can build the shop.
Damn right. FSCtrucking.com. You still get $10 off per order for the remainder of this weekend, by the way.
Oh, really? Shoot, let me go ahead and buy me.
Orwell 10. You got to put Orwell 10 in the promo code. And then you get $10 off on your order. That runs all week on GBAT's collection. I need to make that clarification. There's a bunch of stuff that's in the GBAT's collection, and that gets you $10 off on your merch order from the GBAT's collection. So there you go. But you need Orwell 10. 87 Grand National, black on black. Damn right, Ginger. Hell yeah. Matter of fact, I didn't watch the video, but Hoovie's Garage bought a GNX. I didn't see the video, but he bought his girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, a GNX, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like the holy grail of the turbo cars. in my opinion. The GNX. I knew a guy that had a GNX clone. Those were badass cars.
Didn't Kendrick have one at the halftime show?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar at the halftime show.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
It was a Grand I think it was a Grand National, but it might have been a GNX or a clone. I'd have to look at the pictures of it to see. Let me do that quick. I'm curious at that now.
Yeah. You know, that's what we named Euphoria after, that Kendrick diss.
Yup. AI Overview says it is a GNX, 1987. And look at the pictures. If that was the actual GNX, I would smack him straight off that hood. I'm looking at images. I'm like, if that, I would hope that they at least, if they put a different hood on that car. It's bad. It's got the right wheels. It's got the vents. I'm not sure about the hood, though. I don't think the hood is right. It might be. Look at a different picture. That's a different hood. He's standing on a different hood. It's badge GNX. Well, show it. I'm looking at here.
Anthony, that's even better.
Yeah, see here. Here's a different picture. See the air scoop, which didn't need to be. Well, I shouldn't speak out of line. The air scoop right here. But then again, my buddy's car was a Grand National that was a clone made to look like a GNX. And then there's a shot. That's not a very good one there. Different one. Hang on, let me X out of here. There's one where you see this one. It's not that good, but I don't think that's the right hood for the car. If he actually loves that car, he would never stand on that hood like that. But yeah, that's the GNX. There was I forget how, there were not a lot of them made. That was their GNX was their swan song. They were done with making that Grand National Buick T-type style car, and they made, I think, only like a few hundred, like less than 1,000 of them total. I don't even think they made 100 of them, to be honest. And they were more high performance than the Grand National. And that was their way out. At that point, they were done.
I'll put down a Corolla as a trade plus some cash for your Cabo. That's an insult.
You know, where they stuff. Looking at the comments here, I was missing. I went to my whole Grand National GNX. Ginger goes, yeah, I was losing it when I saw him on the hood. Yeah.
$20.15 Corolla. I
don't know. Might be worth something. Money-wise, might be worth something. I don't know. I would rather have a cab over than a 2015 Corolla, but then again, so would he.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that beer's, I wonder how many times I'm going to suck on an empty beer bottle. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Steve's got dinner. I got Z's.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right, man. Hey, it's been fun. I'm glad it worked out good like that.
Yeah. I know, right? That was perfect.
Oh, hell yeah. Worked out good.
Somebody have about 87 Fox Fighting. FSC, great catching you on the line. Been following your channel for some time.
Appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, my emails are always in my description, so shoot me an email.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, if anybody got to get a hold of me, festcheckshop@gmail.com. That's how you get a hold of me there. For now. So with that, all right, I guess we're done.
All right, y'all be safe out there. Got videos dropping every day next week. So when's your next video dropping? Tomorrow?
Sunday. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
We're looking forward to it. I'll hit you soon for that
Absolutely.
Cabover. Yeah. Good luck.
All right.
Boogie with you
All
guys.
right, buddy. I'm out.
Yes,
Later.
sir.